earned the right to get in the playoffs the way you're playing?
Look, our team, our record is what our record is, and we've earned whatever comes our way. So if the breaks go our way and we make it in, we've earned it. If they don't, we earn that too. So we'll watch these games and see what happens.
Yeah, I know it's early, but how do you sort of just assess this season in its totality?
Yeah, you're right. It's too early to assess the season in its totality. I think we'll soak this one in a little bit, and then we'll have time to kind of reflect and see, what we thought.
Could you talk about the things that Derek did well today?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them. I mean, I think he, I think he operated the offense. I think we had good tempo in and out. I think he got us into the right checks. I think he threw the ball accurately, particularly some of these deep throws. Yeah, I mean, I think he operated the Saints' offense like, we expect him to operate.
We got a few yards on the QB draw too. Was that where did that sort of fit into the game plan? Is this something y'all been saving throughout the year? Or was it
Yeah, well, look, I mean, it's something that you have in there. I mean, obviously, nobody's expecting to see that with him, and based on some of the looks that we had seen, we thought, we could make a play on it, and they actually made a play on us in practice the other day with the same play, and we weren't expecting that either. So, yeah, I mean, it's just part of the game plan. Look, I think Pete and those guys did a really good job today putting together a game plan, and I thought our guys went out and executed it.
Dennis, I know you have a lot of decisions to make about the future of this offense and the direction it's going. It won't be made right now, but how much can this week, last week, influence seeing how the offense played their best football in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, look, I think the offense, really started to come around towards the latter part of the season. I think our quarterback being healthy was a big part of that. I think he played much better in the latter part of the season. Yeah, look, as we do with everything, we're not gonna make any snap judgments to anything. We're gonna take a minute to reflect on everything from the season, and then we'll make whatever decisions we feel like, and I feel like are best for our team and our organization.
Dennis, the Tampa game wasn't shown at all. The score was that? Did you have anything to do with that, or did you ask the score not to be shown?
I didn't really pay much attention to it.
And then, did you find out during the game at all that Tampa won? Or
No.
Did you
No.
just find out just now? Or?
I just found out, in the locker room. I didn't care. I didn't have any control over it.
And so you were talking about the Stu bust early, but after that, the defense got a few 3 and outs, held the Falcons to 78 yards rushing. What did this defense do right this time around?
Well, look, I mean, with the exception of the, first couple of drives with a couple of mistakes, I thought we did a pretty good job, up front, controlling the line of scrimmage. And I thought, we made it difficult for them to throw the football. And so, I just think our guys kind of settled in after those first couple explosive plays and played much better.
How did the conversations go with Alante, and how do you feel he responded?
Look, I think he responded well. I mean, it's never easy. That's hard to deal with. But it was a decision that I felt like was best for our football team to give ourselves the best chance to win in this game. And so we made the move, and then, look, he came back in and responded, made a big play in the game, And so I think in the heat of the moment, he wasn't happy about it. And then after, having a little bit of time to let the game play out, he understood where we were coming from.
Dennis, how important or gratifying was it for you this last 5-game stretch? I know other people assess your performance, but 4-1 over the last 5, your first winning record, to kind of get the results that hadn't been coming in the first.
Yeah, look, I'm pleased with the way that we finished the season. I'm not pleased with, the way the record played out overall over a 17-game season. That's not what we aspire to be. But I was proud of the way that, our guys, continued to respond and continue to fight back. And I'm proud of the way they finished the season.
What did you make of A.T. Perry? Just, those 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, look, it was good to see. He's a good young player. He's made some plays. I thought our receivers made some contested catches today, which, You know, I mean, that's a big part of this league and playing in this league. You know, you're not always going to be wide open. You know, and so being able to make some plays in a contested environment, I thought was big. You know, I think it was AT that got the pass interference call in the end zone too. You know, so there's a lot of big plays that he made.
No, I imagine it's important for a young player to show something like that too. How does that kind of factor in?
Yeah, look, yeah, I mean, look, part of the process is, you know, getting young players, drafting young players, developing young players, and it is a process. It's not an overnight occurrence. So, you know, I was pleased with some of the things I saw him do.
Dennis, how would you describe, I don't know, where you are emotionally right now? Like, are you anxious for those afternoon games? I mean, obviously, you got to feel good about them.
Yeah, look, I mean, I try not to get too anxious about them because I have zero control over anything that happens in that. I get more anxious about, you know, the games that we're playing and you know, trying to make sure that my guys are out there playing to the best of their ability. And that's where the anxiousness comes in. Look, we'll watch these games. You know, I'll probably have a beverage or two to enjoy with the game, and then see what happens.
Do you feel like you kind of found something in the last 4 or 5 weeks with the team? You know, we talked the other day about commitment and things like that. Do you feel like the locker room kind of gelled?
Yeah, well, look, it's hard to say what the reasons why would be. You know, I do feel like that we've played better, you know, in this last little stretch of the season. And I'm sure there's a lot of contributing factors to that. But yeah, I felt like our guys had confidence, you know, in these last few weeks that they were going to go out there and play well, and they did.
What were some of the biggest keys on offense in particular? Was it finding what worked? Was it more consistent execution?
Yeah, look,
Same thing?
well, I think you're talking about in general overall, right? Not this game. Yeah. Yeah, well, again, I think a lot of it goes back to the health of the quarterback. I think the quarterback's been as healthy as he's been all season. And I think we've seen what he can do when everything's operating the way that it needs to operate. When he's healthy, when he's protected, when guys are making plays around him, he can play at a really, really good level. And I think we saw that over the last part of the season. And when your quarterback is playing good, your team's playing good. And I think that was a big factor.
How does it feel to have this kind of an offensive explosion in the regular season?
Yeah, about probably the same way it would feel if we had this type of explosion to start the season. You know, I mean, yeah, it feels good. You know, you like to see that. But it's, you know, it's one game, but we'll feel good about that, and then see if we get another opportunity.
Obviously, Ken Gray has been dealing with the ankle injury for a while now. To have him come out and play the way he did today, whether you make postseason or not, just a young player going into the offseason, how much confidence is that?
Yeah, hopefully that gives him some confidence. I know it gives me some confidence. You know, he made a couple of guys miss today that was really good to see. You know, I thought he ran hard. He protected the football. So yeah, I thought that was good. Look, anytime you have young guys, particularly late in the season, and you have young guys that can step up and make plays, regardless of whether we get in or not, I think that gives us confidence as we move forward.
Dennis, what did you think of the crowd? They were really into it.
Yeah, look, I thought the crowd was great, and I think that's, you know, when we play well, I think we got a great crowd. And when we don't play well, I mean, it's really what our job is, to give them something to cheer about. And when you do that, they usually respond. So that was good.
Was Kamara close to going at all, or how did his reading go?
Yeah, look, I think he could have gone. I feel like if we're playing next week, I think there's a good chance that he'll be available. All right, guys, thanks.
Hey, Don't let these tears fool you. There's all dog around this mug. I'm good.
Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. This is the State of the Saints podcast post-game show. The New Orleans Saints knock off the Atlanta Falcons, give them a restaurant quality beatdown by a score of 48-17. Regardless to how the Saints look, you always want to see them beat the Falcons, and the way the Saints destroyed the Falcons today, beautiful, beautiful. Well, the New Orleans Saints moved to 9-8, and right now we're playing a waiting game. As we know that the Saints did not win the division. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers knocked off the Carolina Panthers today, so the Bucs have won the division. But as of right now, the New Orleans Saints need for the Green Bay Packers to lose to the Bears, and they need the Seattle Seahawks to lose to the Arizona Cardinals. And as of right now, the Chicago Bears got the first possession. They drove the ball down the field. I'm not sure if they kicked the field goal or not, but that game is not on the screen right now. But all in all, if those two things happen, the Saints will get into the postseason. So right now it's all about the waiting game. But the Saints, they did what they needed to do on today, and it was by far one of the most impressive games that I think we've seen offensively for a very, very long time. It made us kind of reminiscent of the days when, the Saints were one of the most high-powered offenses in all of football. What you seen was a lot of young talent emerge and step up, and that is something that's extremely positive. I mean, looking at the Saints offense, A.T. Perry, Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Kendre Miller, I mean, these are going to be the future New Orleans Saints that we're going to be counting on to win games for this team. And for them to step up in a major way when it mattered most, you got to give credit where credit is due. Also got to give credit to Derek Carr. Derek Carr played outstanding in this game. I mean, I'm looking at his stat line right now. He was 22 of 28, 264 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I know people aren't the biggest Derek Carr fans, but this is not the day to talk about him. I mean, he looked really, really impressive in this game. And it just makes you think that, if the Saints run the football the way that they have over the last couple of weeks and just allow Derek Carr to just kind of throw the ball into certain spots when necessary, how effective can this offense be? Which I feel like they need to kind of revert to a run-dominant football team and maybe pass second. But we'll see. I mean, you still have a chance, still have an opportunity to make the postseason. So we'll see if the Saints will be able to play next week. But all in all, I like this game. I thought the Saints did a really good job. It started off kind of rough for the New Orleans Saints, making a lot of mistakes, a lot of busted coverages, but they were able to kind of minimize and neutralize Desmond Ritter's production and not make him effective. And also they shut down the running game. Bijan Robinson, for the exception of that big run on a busted play or a bad read by Lante Taylor. I mean, you have to admit, the Saints pretty much had this game in control from start to finish. Arthur Smith, well, he got upset after the game, which is, to me, probably the biggest storyline coming out of the game of probably the end when Arthur Smith basically got on Dennis Allen and got upset with Dennis Allen because the Saints end up, picking off the ball, and Tyrann Mathieu runs the ball all the way down to the one, and Jamal Williams, who didn't get a touchdown all season, the team decided they wanted to run the football in order for him to score a touchdown. Now, I know this don't seem like it's that big of a deal, but the fact that Dennis Allen said that he was upset, that the team decided to do that, to me, that's just another indictment. I feel that guys feel like they is well within their rights to even run the football in that particular situation, and they don't even think about the consequences of what's going to happen if they were to do that. Like if they had a coach that they felt like they feared, or they wouldn't have done that. That's just my opinion. But Da wins 9 games this season. Most wins he ever had as a head coach. Pretty much all signs indicating that he's coming back. And I mean, to me, I don't think you're going to get opportunities like this anymore. So I don't know what type of team the 2024 Saints are going to be. I don't even know if this season is going to be over for them. But as of right now, the Chicago Bears are up 3-0 as of right now over the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. So that's one thing that the Saints need. They need for the Chicago Bears to win that football game, and that's attainable the way that Justin Fields is playing. And I don't know the score as of right now for the Arizona Cardinals game, but I know that game is kicked off as well. But let me go ahead and read some of your comments, and then we'll just go from there. Then I'll open up the phone lines. Want to hear what you all have to say. Says Dennis has 0, Nola Swag 0. Dennis, man, this hell up. I don't know what that means. The hell up. I guess you mean shut the hell up, I guess. I thought Atlanta coaches was about to put hands on DA. Well, I tell you what, I mean, the best thing about Arthur Smith and the best thing for Arthur Smith is the fact that he never has to worry about anybody running up the score on him again, because more than likely he won't have a job tomorrow. So that's one thing that he doesn't have to worry about anymore. So that's good. That's good for him. The fact that he don't have to worry about nobody running up the score on him anymore because because he ain't gonna have a job, because he's gonna get fired after this game. I mean, with things on the line and you get blew out like that, that pretty much sums everything up. I don't see Arthur Smith having a job next season. Hit that like button and subscribe to the SOTS on your way in. I appreciate that, King Arthur. Let's see. No way he got in DA face like that. But DA said he agreed with him. He said he agreed. He said the plan was for them to kind of just take a knee, and then run out the clock. But they wanted to run the football with Jamal Williams to get him a touchdown. So that was kind of what was the plan for that. Arthur Smith should be mad at himself and his players for being trash. I mean, like I said, he ain't have to worry about he won't have to worry about any of that because he's going to get fired. Let's see. Hey, TJ, it's really a possibility because for the last 3 weeks, the Cardinals and Bears haven't been scrubs at all. I mean, there's a strong possibility. I mean, like I don't have the Arizona game on the TV right now, and I don't have but I know that the Chicago Bears are up 3-0 as of right now. The Green Bay Packers have the ball. A.T. Perry made fans say Mike T. Who? I ain't gonna lie, like some of them catches that he was making and the size that he is, it kind of like he reminds you of Michael Thomas. Like even like how he be getting up off the ground and stuff, you would think that was Michael Thomas. Like they kind of have the same similar build. Says the last 2 weeks the Saints showed they really are the best team in the division. It's just a damn shame that they couldn't do it earlier on in the season. Yeah, I said that too. I said too little, too late. It was too little, too late for all that. Like you started off the season and looking like straight up slow, and then all of a sudden like you're looking like world beaters now. And I think that's the most frustrating thing for fans. The most frustrating thing is we knew that this team existed. We know that this team was good enough to make the postseason to win this division. And they kept getting in their own way, which was the most frustrating thing about all of this. So I think that was what was frustrating. That probably was the most frustrating thing of all. Is the fact that, they have this type of talent. They have this type of ability for them to go out there and perform. And they just go out there and they just look like mere shells of themselves more often than not. DA, soft stick by the players, not an opposing coach. Well, I don't know what the problem is. Like I said, I don't think them guys would have ran that play if they respected their coach the way that a coach is supposed to get respect from their players. Says Packers are driving. Let's see. AT moves exactly like Mike T. Yeah, he looked like him. Yeah, he faster than Michael Thomas, though. He is faster than him. I mean, but A.T. Perry has always been good. I mean, if you watch A.T. Perry at Wake Forest, I mean, this isn't a surprise at all. I mean, he owes every statistical receiving record at Wake Forest. I wonder who we going to get to be our OC next year. We got too many good weapons not to air it out next year. Yeah, I mean, he got a lot of talent, and it was on full display today. You know, a lot of those young guys gave you a lot of optimism, but man, we'll see, man. We'll see. We're gonna go to King Arthur. King Arthur, how you doing, man?
What's that, moment?
Hey, how you doing, man? What you thought about the game today?
I'm doing good, bro. Allergies whooping my butt, but
I hear you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, yo, Dre, I got something to say. Hey, TJ, for real though, big dog. Did you see when we scored 31? They did a camera pan to the crowd,
Right.
and our fans looked so dejected, bro. They was looking like how a lot of us is feeling. Like, what was this all season, bro? Like
Mhm.
the stale faces them people had on, you would have thought somebody tried to pay them a penny for a cold cup, bro. Like
Mhm.
them people was just looking like, bro, we don't care. Like all this grandstanding y'all trying to do these last few weeks and stuff like that. Where was this energy when this junk was in y'all control? But
Right.
now you got to worry about another couple of teams doing something in order to help you out. When you
Right.
had the destiny in your own control, like it's ironic that you need Green Bay to help you out when you had them 17-0 in the full quarter with 8 minutes to go and you blew the game.
Right.
But
Yeah.
what made me mad, TJ, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, is when I seen Derek Carr throw that touchdown and they put
Mhm.
the camera on him and that boy was flexing like he John Wall or somebody. I'm sitting there looking like, bro, you picked a fine time to want to like. I just don't understand, bro. Like, how you gonna beat your chest when the whole season you've been playing like slaw?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
just don't get it, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I said before, like they up there cheering and clapping and all that kind of stuff, man, and playing loose. I'm like, man, the season is basically pretty much over here. And right now, the Green Bay Packers went for a field goal and they missed, man. So Chicago got the ball. So it's still 3-0 here. But look, all I know is at the end of the day, this type of performance that they had, it should have been like this the entire season. And that's the most frustrating thing about it. That's why like fans were getting mad. And that's why it was like absolutely ridiculous and asinine for like Mickey Loomis to go on WWL radio and be up here talking as if the fans don't know what they're talking about. They know that this team existed. What we saw today, that wasn't a outlier. You know, that this is a good football team, and we've known that the entire season. But you need certain people and coaches to get that out of these players. But like I said, man, it's too little, too late. Like you can grandstand and be all excited and stuff, but I mean, right now you're gonna be packing up your locker and going home. You know, like if either one of these teams lose, you know, if uh if Arizona lose or if the Bears lose, you out. So to me, I mean, it was a good performance, but man, it ain't enough for me to believe in this football team going into 2024. I just don't. I don't believe that this team is going to win anything. I think that what they want is like the same type of game that they had today, King Arthur, give fans some hope and have some of these fans up here trying to get on social media talking about, I told y'all this team good. I told y'all this team good. Like that's all they want. But man, you ain't winning nothing with this, man. Not anything that's like sustainable. You might win a couple games and it might look good, but you ain't gonna win consistently.
Hey, I can say this, TJ. You remember in the I'm sure you seen Remember the Titans, big dog. It's a cult
Mm-hmm.
classic.
Yeah.
You remember when Petey missed that block and and Denzel went off on him?
Mm-hmm.
Don't that remind you of what happened when Jamal Williams missed that block on Calais Campbell?
Man, that man whiffed on that block. I don't know what the heck was going on with that. I mean, it was like a terrible whiff. I mean, Jamal Williams to me, like, he did not play good today. Like, Kendrick Miller was out there balling. Like, Kendrick Miller, like, he is as advertised. I guess the New Orleans Saints, the reason why they didn't have him playing because of his injuries, but I can see why they so excited about him. He definitely worth the wait. But I don't know. I guess because Jamal Williams, know the offense a little bit, and then Kendrick just getting back. But I mean, Jamal Williams to me, man, like, he leaves a lot to be desired. Like, it's almost to a point where I think the Saints may need to look at another running back next year. Like, I'm serious. Like, he left a lot to be desired this season.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say this, man. I just
Mhm.
think what we're looking at for next year, if
Mhm.
this is any indication, like you said, it's probably gonna look good, but it ain't really gonna mean nothing because if you got poor leadership, it's not gonna matter how much talent you got. And I think our talent gonna start wanting to walk out the door if it's more the same next year.
Yeah, because I mean, you had a easier schedule. Like, that's the reason why, to me, you were able to win some of these games, and be in this position. But what happens, like, when the schedule is a little bit more difficult? And also, not to mention, I just feel like your division is gonna get better. Like, Carolina might get a better coach. Atlanta might get a better coach. I think that Tampa gonna keep Todd Bowles, but what you gonna do then? Like, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna, especially like if what I'm hearing about Atlanta trying to get Belichick. I don't know, man. That might be a little tough for that boy to come out there and be playing against Belichick 2 times a year and think that you're gonna win. You're gonna beat him like you beating Arthur Smith. So I don't know. It should be interesting though, Ken Arthur. You got anything else, man?
Nah, big dog, I'm just about as annoyed as you are. Like the win
Man,
it don't even feel the same, bro. Like it
man.
felt like y'all was just putting up numbers in garbage time. I don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty much like I'm dejected, man. I'm to a point I'm just dejected. Like, this didn't change. This didn't change my thoughts or feelings about Dennis Allen and the future of this team at all. I'm just being honest. But I
Right.
thank you, man. I appreciate you chiming in, and make sure you call back anytime, man. I appreciate it.
All right, big dog, who that?
All right, who that? Yeah, man. Like, all in all seriousness, man. Like, I the win was impressive. Don't get me wrong. The win was impressive. I mean, you put up 48 points, but man, it's like, where has this been the entire season? Where has this been? Like, we shouldn't even be at this point. Like scoreboard watching and hoping that things fall in your lap. Like, it shouldn't even been like this. Like, with the talent that they had. What they showed in week 18 is what the talent that everybody knew that this team was capable of. The fact that, man, it took them 18 weeks to show this is just, in a way, is embarrassing. We're gonna go to Chosen. Chosen, how you doing, man?
Oh, what's good, TZ?
And I'm doing all right, man. What you got for us?
I ain't got much, man. I just wanted to say, man, what a good season. Well, not really. I mean, good way to end the season. You want to end on a
Right,
good note. I
right.
feel like everybody else, where everybody else really been saying, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we ended the season on a strong foot. Where was this all season? But it's. I feel like I'm not surprised. Even with Sean Payton last year, the last 3 years, we've been coming down to the last game and wanting somebody to win for us to get us in.
Right.
So it's sad to say that you kind of used to it, but that don't make it less frustrating. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's still frustrating. DA not going nowhere. The best we can hope for is another coordinator, somebody who could. That's one thing. One positive thing I did see. If you can game plan for Derek Carr and use the playmakers around him, you can win more games than not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you see what can happen when is we put up. Is this the most points we put up all season? Like 41?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 48
Yeah.
points. I mean, more points
Well,
we put up.
48. I mean, so
Yeah. I mean, look. Here's the thing. Man, I've been saying this for weeks. I've been
hmm
saying this for weeks. When the Saints signed Derek Carr, they looked at him as if they were signing an elite quarterback, and you can win, like, because of him. Like,
right,
like
right.
like the Brady's, the Mahomes, the Breezes, what I'm saying, the Josh
hmm
Allens. Like, they looked at him like that. But what we come to realize is he's not that type of guy. Now he can facilitate like how he did today. But if you notice, what was it accompanied with? It was accompanied with a running game. The Saints ran the football. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. The Saints ran the football 35 times.
Right.
They ran the ball 35 times on top of him throwing the ball 28. And that's why I've been saying. I said if you down tick him, have him throw the ball about 20 to 25 times and run the ball like around 30, you know what I'm saying, like 25, 30 times a game, if more, that's the recipe for success. Like you got 48 points out the deal right there. That's been my theory for weeks. He needs a running game around him. He's like, to me, he's like a Jimmy Garoppolo, like somebody that's gonna throw the football, put the ball in the hands of the playmakers, let them make plays. But Jimmy G had like a plethora of running backs around him. That's what the Saints need. So if you're gonna keep this guy around, you need to tighten up that offensive line. You need to have like 2 or 3 running backs. Like I guess you basically got 4 if you count Kamara, Miller, Williams, and Taysom. To me, you just need a running game around him. If you have a running game, he'll have games like this, and you'll be able to win. You'll be able to win quite a bit. You're just not gonna win because he's your starting quarterback. Solely, solely because of him.
And that's okay. I mean, I will take that as long as it's being productive, because you don't need. Oh, my bad. I ain't know that.
Nah. We the only ones that can hear him behind us. Yeah, like this new platform. So this new platform that we have, like if you're like behind the scenes, like if you don't mute the phone, we can actually hear you. So that's what it is. But go ahead.
I said I ain't doing that since 13. Y'all leave me alone. But today was good to see them get the win. Finally, they played as a team. You finally see they having fun. The crowd was into it. The music was going on. For a second, I thought they played some intro music from the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, we made it. But it was good all around, bro. Now we just got to play the away game, man. I ain't really got much, but I'm really looking forward to next season to see the changes and the moves they gonna make. Like this doesn't change how I feel. You still need to get rid of DA, or if you don't get rid of DA, you need a coordinator that can put these guys offensively in position and let DA do his defensive thing. And you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all the season. It's not so much the players, bro. It's how we using our players. We got the ingredients. We just gotta put it together right. We just gotta find. And you see what happened today when you with a good game plan. A good all around, you know what I'm saying? A good all around team effort, and we could be dangerous in this division. But one more thing before I go, bro. Shout out to Tampa, bro. I talked a lot of noise to a lot of Tampa fans. I said once Brady be gone, they was going back to the basement. You know what I'm saying? I talked a lot of noise. But I understand they had a weak schedule too, but they are division champs right now, so I'm gonna give credit what credit due. They gonna lose next week, so it's gonna be a short victory. They gonna get the break. If they play anything like they played today, man, they gonna get the brakes beat off them. You know what I'm saying? So
they proud of that too, boy. They proud of that straw. They proud of that straw championship they got. Because the Saints are 9-8. Right. The Saints are 9-8 and they 9-8. That to me, that's equivalent to like we drawing straws and they got the shortest straw, so they the champ. Like that's what the way it is, man. Like they got beat last week by the Saints. They got the same record. I mean, I guess you can give them some credit. Everybody thought they were gonna be in the basement. I was one of them. But I mean, they just prolonged the process. They'll be there sooner rather than later. It's coming. It's coming.
Appreciate it, TJ, man. I know I'm gonna enjoy the rest of these football games because, like I say, this and not just for us, bro. It's for everybody. Everybody trying to fight to stay alive and sneak in. So some good football to be played, bro. And you gotta hold on to this moment because this is y'all. I feel like this season came and went, bro. Like it just came and went. So
I wish, I wish we had a better season as Saints fans. I wish they did, but I mean, that's the unfortunate thing about this, man. Like, even if they do make the postseason, I mean, the season is pretty much over, and you have fan bases that are going to be going without their team. So I don't know, man. It's been a crazy 2023. Hopefully in 2024 we have some better episodes, man. Because I hate like having shows like this where we just browbeating this team, man. I don't take no pride in this. Hopefully they can get better, man, where we can have some better episodes.
But
But
thank God
Chosen,
for replay, because I can
yeah,
always go back on your channel, go to playlist, go back to them 2018-19 episodes, as
right.
if it never happened.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all right,
I
man.
mean, we definitely need better times, man. We won't have to rewind that far. But yeah, keep Chosen. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the call.
No problem, brother. Who that?
All right, who that? Yeah, man. Shouts out to Chosen, man. Yeah, I mean, you hate that you have to go back, to the archives in order for you to find some level of sanity. Right now, the Seattle Seahawks are beating Arizona Cardinals 3-0 right now. So, and they got the ball and they driving down the field. So, I mean, you definitely need the Arizona Cardinals to be able to pull this one out. We'll see if they'll be able to do it, man. Stranger things have happened. But we're gonna go ahead and go to Jules. Jules, how you doing, man? You gotta unmute yourself, man.
I mean, man, I'm down in New Orleans right now, man.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
had to
how
come
you
down here
doing,
for.
man?
I'm surrounded by Saints fans. I had to come down here
I
for
mean,
a funeral, man. I had to get on a flight and everything, man. But I'm like, damn. If the Bears beat the Packers, y'all in the playoffs, man. Y'all got the wild card, man. Y'all
I mean,
getting
you need
playoffs. You never know
Seattle.
what happened.
You need Seattle to lose too to the Arizona Cardinals. So you need two teams to win. You need Arizona and you need Chicago to win. And right now, I mean, I don't know if Arizona gonna be able to pull this joint off. I mean, I don't know, but we'll see, man. I mean, the fact that you even in this position, but you don't have that problem. Your team's the number one seed. Y'all resting players, and y'all pretty good, man.
Hey,
What do you think
it seems
about your
kind of
team, the Ravens?
sacrilege. Look, I'm thinking all these damn Saints fans around gonna be sad. So I'm kind of pulling for y'all, man. I
Well,
feel like I'm probably some bad luck.
Jules, I don't think too many people gonna be sad about it, man, because a lot of people are just disappointed that the Saints are even in this position at all because of all the talent that they had, the promising schedule. Like you should have had at least 10 wins. So if they don't make it to the postseason, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves, man. So I don't think too many fans are like would be sad about it. They'll be disappointed, but this disappointment started like weeks ago, man.
Well, y'all might make it, man. Y'all, but they're gonna be sad. Like they kicked me out the damn house, man. I'm down. I'm not in Maryland, man. I'm down here. I had to come down here for a funeral. My little brother's over here is a Bears fan, and he's rooting for the guy. I mean, he's rooting. Excuse my language. He's rooting for the Packers. And it's like we are the Bears shuffling through, and that Saints blood starting to come through. And I don't have no Saints blood. I thought about you. I was like, man. I was like, how the hell the Saints make it in playoff contention right now? Y'all, what the 7th seed right now? Right?
Nah, they're not even in it. Like they're not even in the postseason now. If the Chicago Bears beat the Packers
Hey, how y'all
today,
doing? I'm good.
and
I'm good. How you doing?
Arizona beats the Seattle Seahawks, then the Saints will have the 7th seed.
All
So
right.
that's what you need right there. But Jules, man, thank you for chiming in, man. I know you down there in the city, and you know what I'm saying. Like I
I'm gonna be
appreciate you.
down here, man.
Yeah, I
So, all right, man. Good
appreciate.
talking to you, TJ,
All
man.
right, all right,
Going
you
through it.
take it easy, man. All right.
All right.
All right, man. Shouts out to Jules, man. He out there down there in the city, big time Baltimore Raven fan. I didn't want to be the person to say that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I had to cut my boy short, man. I seen a Modelo in his hand. You know what I'm saying. So before my boy say something he might regret. Well, TJ, they put the old line in right position because of the prep. Been there last couple of weeks, but that's not doing it all season long. Derek Carr and the staff not going to make the sacrifices it take. Well, I don't know, man. For Derek Carr, they might do it. Like they definitely gonna get that offensive line taken care of. They're gonna put some emphasis on the offensive line. Saints ain't getting no quarterback in the draft. Like it pretty much was solidified to me, in my opinion, when they said that they're gonna retain Dennis Allen. That was it. When I saw that, I said, y'all ain't got to worry about no quarterback. Let's see. Feels like that could have played like they did today all season. Yep. And you have to wonder why. Do you see us trading Lattimore? I wouldn't trade him, but I mean, I wouldn't trade him. But if they do, then it's probably because of a game like they had today. Like looking at how Paulson Adebo is playing so well, and looking at like how Isaac Yadam was playing really well on the opposite side. So that probably will help them, benefit both of those guys. How well those guys have played. They'll probably look at it like, they can actually get some type of draft capital for him. So yeah. Feels like they could have played. I already read that. So annoying. My brother giving a shout out to my mom. I think my mom in the chat somewhere. Let me scroll back up a little bit. Thank y'all for being here. I ask that you hit the like button. Got 127 people watching this right now. I mean, you would think they'll have more, Saints fans here after a big time Falcons beat down. Like they beat down the Falcons, but I mean that goes to show you right there, man. People are just tuned out. Like people, I don't know if they probably just maybe watching the Green Bay Packers game, which you don't want Jordan Reed, just running down the field by himself like that. But the Bears are winning 3-0 right now. So I mean that's a positive thing. Let's see. Is Lattimore a trade option for draft capital? Yes, he is. I mean, you can get at least a second round pick for Lattimore. And that's just the truth. LOL, right. Sean Payton would have cursed him out right back. Yeah, he probably would have. It takes 14 to 15-hour days consistently. Let me see. Nelson, thank you very much for the 199. Said Sean Payton would have been throwing hooks. DA Big Self. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he was like, yeah, I would have been upset too. Like, man, stand by your players. That's the word sustainable. The way that the Saints played this year isn't sustainable or winning football. It's not. It's not sustainable. I mean, it's football, like I said, to get some of these Saints fans that don't know much about football except wins and losses. Oh, they won today. I'm happy. Oh, they lost today. Oh man, we're not very, very good. Like, and like that's all it's for. It's for fans like that. Like that just want to get excited when the team win. And oh, y'all should have faith. Y'all shouldn't say anything about the team. Oh, y'all not real Saints fans, because real Saints fans gonna stand by the team, good, bad, or indifferent. Look, I can stand by people all day, all night. I can wish them well. I can want them to have success, but I'm not Boo Boo the fool here. All right, like you're not gonna pull a wool over my eyes and say, you don't know what you're talking about because the teams that you constructed and put together aren't living up to expectation. Like, miss me with that nonsense right there. Like, so I wasted my time. That's a waste of time right there. From what you heard, are the moves on from Pete? And I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna move on from Pete Carmichael. They're gonna move on from Pete Carmichael. They're gonna get themselves another offensive coordinator. They're gonna bring back Dennis Allen. And they probably gonna like beef up that offensive line. Because I mean, they probably very, very impressed and excited about what they seen out of those young players, today. I mean, looking at Shaheed, looking at Olave, looking at A.T. Perry. I mean, you got to be excited. I mean, to me, watching them is almost similar to how Green Bay are, with Christian Watson. You got Jake, what the dude name is? Reed, and you got man, you got so many other guys. You got Luke Musgraves out there. I mean, you got some talented guys. So to me, that's almost like, like the changing of the guard. And Jordan Love just drew a touchdown to Wicks. All right, so that's a touchdown right there. Green Bay Packers up 6-3 in a game that, my goodness, I mean, you were up 17-0 in that game. If you would have beat the Green Bay Packers, you would be in the playoffs right now. And you were up 17-0 on a clear day in September in Green Bay, and you couldn't win. My goodness. Stomped the birds, but I can't lie, I wasn't even hyped like I normally be. Yeah, I mean, it was just really, really depressing, man, to be honest with you. The fact that you seen that type of performance and it's going to be more than likely the last image of 2023. I mean, based on what I'm seeing right now, unless like Justin Fields, start lighting them boys up. But it looked like Jordan Love out there, he out there dealing with Josh Reed and Kristen Watson and all them other cats. Let's see, Dennis Allen is soft, man. TJ, you are the MVP for having patience all season. Well, I'm here for each and every one of you. You know what I'm saying? Most importantly, like I like talking about the team, but I enjoy doing this podcast. It wasn't because of what I seen from the New Orleans Saints or how they were playing or anything like that. It was mostly because, like I said, I love doing this podcast. I mean, if I was based on what I seen, like if it was just, because of them, I probably would have stopped doing this like at the beginning of the season. Let me see. That's the game that cost the Saints the division, the Packers game. I mean, hey, TJ, the way the Packers is a legendary team, they would love to see the Packers in the playoffs, probably would benefit the NFL better and love being a good storyline. Yeah, I mean, it probably would be, but man, hopefully Chicago can get it done and make it interesting. But to me, like you having to rely on two teams to win, or lose in order for you to make the playoffs, like you put yourself in that position. I don't feel bad for the Saints. If we have won the Packers game, then we would have be talking who we face next week. Yep. They were down. They were up 17-0 late in that game, and Jordan Love just went out there and just lit them boys up. Makes no sense. But I mean, I believe in Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is a talented quarterback, and that game I have more trust in than that Seattle Arizona game. Like, even though Arizona right now is driving, they're in the red zone right now. So here's a handoff. That's to James Conner. James Conner breaks a tackle, stiff arms a man down the sidelines, and he gets to about the 3-yard line. So there you go, Arizona. Arizona driving down the field, even though, like I say, I still stand by the fact that I got more confidence in the Chicago Bears game than I do with the Arizona Cardinals. So let's see, front seven, old or slow. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Some of them same people we calling old and slow. Them boys made some plays today. Tyrann Mathieu almost had a pick six. You had Demario Davis tackling Bijan in the backfield. I ain't really see too much of Cam Jordan. Did Cam Jordan even play? Let me see. Was Cam Jordan even out there? Let me see. Did Cam Jordan had three tackles in a game, and he had one solo. But they've been taking like some of Cam Jordan snaps away from him. They've been kind of utilizing him in like certain situations. He is not that 95, 96 Kyler Murray scrambling. Oh, okay. They're just showing like a replay. Everybody ever see Kyler Murray running? Kyler Murray, he's so short. He's like he just remind you of like if Darren Sproles was a quarterback. Like that's what he reminds me of. Let's see. DA is lazy. And let me see. Nick says, yeah, Demario Davis balled out this year. Yeah, he did. I mean, he led the team in tackles. All right, he's second and goal. Hand off to James Conner. He tries to get it, and he gets stuffed. So they're going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Arizona Cardinals. Let's see. How DA and let me see how DA take that Arthur Smith disrespect. Not only did he take the disrespect, but he said that he absolutely understands why he was upset. Kyler Scoot, he don't run. Yeah, he be his feet be moving. How like Darren Sproles used to be running like and his feet just be moving like that in hyper speed. Like that's how Kyler Murray looks when he runs. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal for the Arizona Cardinals. Here's a handoff, a draw play. Okay, he tries to get the sidelines. He's not going to get it. So that's going to be a 4th down. Good stop by the Seattle Seahawks right there. Yeah, that's Quadron Diggs right there with the tackle. So they about to kick a field goal to tie the game up at 3. Let's see. Offensive and defensive linemen are completely stepped up at the first and second half, though, TJ. I hope that they're going to do it again next season for sure. They're getting a power up just like a VR Trooper or Mighty Morphin Power Ranger on the childhood cartoons. Well, all I know is here's the reality, man. You like what you see from guys like Brian Brzee and Carl Granderson. Like I think year 2 for Brian Brzee is probably going to be like a really good year for him. I think that's when he probably going to emerge and start living up to that potential. You start to see it. Carl Granderson, he's really been playing well, but I think the Saints need another pass rush. I think they need to go and draft themselves a pass rush. I wouldn't mind. I know some people don't want to hear this, but if they were to get Verse out of Florida State, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Like I think they need another pass rush, a guy that's going to be like super disruptive and make plays like all around the field. That's what I feel like they need right there. Nick says the score is tied at 3 right there. So right now it looks like I don't know exactly what's going on here. Like they're gonna bring the chains out to see if the Chicago Bears got the first down here. It was a quarterback sneak by Justin Fields, but it doesn't look like he really extended the ball there. So let's see. It's kind of like if they spotted him the first down, you need wait, they got the chains here. So it looks like he is. Oh, it's a first down. It's a first down right there. Okay, so he barely got it. He barely got the first down, but there you go. I mean, the Chicago Bears, they want to win this football game. And this is probably what, how the show is going to go from now. And I get your I get your opinions on this. Do y'all want to do y'all want me to stick around a little while to talk about the games that we're watching that they need, or what angle do y'all want to go at? Okay, because we pretty much summed it up here. I mean, we know the Saints dominated the Falcons. We know that, what I'm saying, it's 48-17. We read the stat line. I mean, do y'all want to stick around and watch a little bit of the game together? Or do y'all want to, say sign off or end the show like this? Because, I mean, we can just do it that way. Because I think everybody pretty much watching game, I think everybody pretty much watching the game anyway. So what I'll do is I'll turn off the video, and what I'll do is I'll just do a little bit of audio here. Well, for those that just tuned in, the Saints beat the New Orleans Saints beat the Atlanta Falcons 48-17. And I'll read like some of the stat lines here. Derek Carr, 22 of 28, 264 yards, 4 touchdowns. Kendre Miller, 13 carries for 73 yards. Taysom Hill, 6 carries for 51 yards. Jamal Williams, 14 carries for 26. Derek Carr had 1 carry for 6 yards. Lynn Bowden, 1 carry for a -2. Rashid Shaheed had 3 catches for 65 yards. Chris Olave, 3 catches, 56 yards and a touchdown. A.T. Perry, 3 catches, 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jawan Johnson, 3 catches for 40 yards. Taysom Hill, 4 catches for 28. Jamal Williams, 3 catches for 8. Kendre, 1 catch for 6. Lynn Bowden, 1 catch for 5. Foster Moreau, 1 catch for 3. Jordan Mims he had 2 targets, didn't catch either one. Had a couple fumbles, but no turnovers for the New Orleans Saints. Peyton Turner had a fumble recovery in the game, of course. Demario Davis led the team in tackles with 9. Jonathan Abrams also had 9. Paulson Adebo was 7. Ugo Amadi was 7. Carl Granderson had 4 tackles, 3 solo. He also had a tackle for a loss. You also had Pete Warner with 4 tackles, DeMarco Jackson with 4 tackles, Nathan Shepard with 3, Cam Jordan with 3, 1 solo, Tyrann Mathieu with 3, Colin Sanders with 3, Tano Pasio, Zach Bourne, and Jordan Howden had 2. JT Gray, Isaac Yadam, Alante Taylor had 1, and Peyton Turner once again had that fumble recovery. So those are your stats for today's dominating performance by the New Orleans Saints. They knock off the bitter rival, the Atlanta Falcons, by a score of 48-17. All right, so now we're going to watch a little bit of some of these games. Let me see if I can actually pull some of them up. I've been watching it like in simulcast on the Redzone channel, but every now and then they'll probably switch from the games that we actually want to see. So And what I do is I'm going to watch this Chicago Bears Green Bay Packers game here, and let's see where things are going here. All right, so here we go. We got the Green Bay Packers up 7-3 right now. It's second down for the Chicago Bears. Okay, so they're in a hurry up right now. It looks like they want to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. Will they get the playoff? We'll see. All right, we got Justin Fields in the gun right now. He got 3 to the left. All right, you got a single receiver to the right. All right, I don't know if they're going to snap this ball. Look like they're going to take it to the 2-minute warning. All right, so they're going to go to the 2-minute warning on that. So it looked like Eberflus wanted to challenge something there. All right, like he wanted to challenge something. Not sure what he wanted to challenge. Just kind of tuned into that. But yeah, I mean, this game to me probably the most exciting game. You got two young, talented players in Justin Fields and Jordan Love. So this is what you want to see. Like you want your young quarterbacks to be able to come through for you, and in clutch situations right here. So the 3 games that they have on here, is the 49ers game, who pretty much have the number 1 seed. They up 14-7 right now. Sam Darnold is the quarterback. And, it just, they pretty much playing for absolutely nothing right now. They playing for nothing. Like they already solidified themselves. They already the number 1 seed. So they don't have to worry about too much of anything. Like they pretty much got it in the bag. So, and also I think the other game is the Chiefs game, the Chiefs and the Chargers. The Chiefs didn't like Patrick Mahomes isn't playing, Travis Kelce isn't playing. Like none of those teams are playing. So you don't have to worry about that game. Then they have like the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, and of course the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. That game, that's going to decide the NFC East on that. So like I said, they're in a commercial break right now. They're in a commercial break right now for those games. Read some of your comments. Somebody says game watch. What game are you all looking at? Says Philly looking bad right now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I don't know what's going on with them. 10-0. I don't know what's happening. I don't get it. Like I don't understand. Like they were one of the best teams in the league, and now they're losing to the Giants 10-0. Like unbelievable right there. And then also you have like the Cowboys too. Cowboys can't win nowhere but at home. Like the Commanders are even fighting for it, and that is something that we don't want to see. There's a touchdown by the Seattle Seahawks. Will was it Disley? Yeah, he just scored, on the play. So Seattle is up 9-3 as of right now in the Arizona Cardinals. So that's definitely not what you want to see if you are a Saints fan. Pete Carroll, he all excited. All right, now back to Chicago Bears game. They're in the red zone, in the gun. Justin Fields get the snap. He pump fakes, and he gets sacked on a 3rd and 6. And that is Kenny Clark right there, and he takes a huge hit. That's not what you want to see, so it's probably they're going to settle for a field goal on that one. Speaking of field goal, you got Carson, the other Carson. He actually made the field goal, unlike his brother out there in Green Bay who missed his. All right. I don't know. How do you take that sack by Justin Fields? All right. I think there's Cairo Santos here. Santos trying to kick a field goal on a 4th and 14. 39-yard attempt. Up, snap, placement, and it's good. So the Chicago Bears come away with something. All right. They still down by 1. Green Bay with 1:17 left has 2 timeouts before they go into the half. But I mean, if you're the Chicago Bears, you would hope that you would actually, get into the end zone. I don't know what's going on with Justin Fields. I mean, he is missing Shane Steichen right now. I mean, Shane Steichen made a huge difference in that boy career. Let's see, Packers sack Fields. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm watching a simulcast right now. I'm watching the simulcast. All right, so the games that I'm seeing right now are the Chiefs and the Chargers. Then you got the 49ers and the Rams. Then you got Philadelphia and the Giants. All right. And then, of course, I have the Redzone channel at the bottom. So thank y'all for being here. And all of this is about the New Orleans Saints. You know, if we all know what the games that matter is, it's the Cardinals and the Seahawks and the Bears and the Packers game. And the Saints need for the Cardinals and the Bears to win today. And Jake Moody missed a field goal, right? So that's not what you want to see. You know, even if you're the number one seed, your field goal kicker missing a field goal right there. Because, I mean, that could be huge in the postseason, especially like when all teams are good. Let me read some of your comments here. Let's see, the Bears offensive is garbage. Yeah, I mean, for the exception of Justin Fields and DJ Moore, you ain't really got too much here. Says that's what he means too aggressive for him. I see the Packers game really biting us in the you know where. Yeah, I mean, if you would have won that game, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. It's all good. If we make it, we make it. If not, oh well, I ain't tripping. I don't think anybody's tripping, you know, about the playoffs or whatever. You know, nobody like ain't even that deep. Like the reason why you're in this position right now is of your own doing. So, you know, it's pointless to like sit up here and be like, oh man, I mean, you know, like, man, oh man, Seattle ain't getting it done. Oh, I mean, Seattle won, or oh, the Packers won. Like, it's your fault that you're in this position. I'm confused on what DA meant by that's not who we are. That's not what we're about. Just soft. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I mean, to me, first off, my question would be, what are y'all about? You know, like, because I'm still trying to figure that out. Who and what you are and who you are, like I'm still trying to wonder that too. Like, who are you? You know, like who are you? You know, like y'all don't even have an identity for God's sake. Sorry, I already read that. It says all the games in common we lost that the Bucks didn't, or why we're in this hole. Yep. You want to know? Hey, you want to know the reason why we're in this hole too? You want to know the reason? It's crazy. The Vikings. The first game of the season, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Minnesota Vikings, and the Saints didn't beat the Vikings. That's the reason why we're in this position right now. That's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the deciding factor in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? My apologies. I hit the wrong button again. My apologies. But yeah, that's the reason why we're in this position, because of that Minnesota Vikings game. Losing to the Minnesota Vikings and them beating the Minnesota Vikings. That's the reason why you're in this predicament right now. So, I mean, there's a say, hi Timothy, hit the button. Everybody, let's keep our podcast growing. Love you all. Who that? Green Bay in field goal range and driving. That's not what you want, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, all these games would be a tall task. You don't give a team that has something to play for an opportunity, you know, like you have. You can't do that. Now you can't do it. You know, Jacksonville didn't get it done today, which is one of the most epic collapses, you know, that you ever going to see. To be honest with you, that is a epic, and I do mean epic collapse right there. You know, that you would be in that you had like maybe like 3-4 games ahead. They were like one of the hottest teams in the league, and then all of a sudden, like, you just fall off the face of the earth like that. All right, so it's 3rd and 1 for the Arizona Cardinals right here. Okay, here's a handoff to the running back. It looks like he might be short, but there is a flag on the play, so we'll see. We'll see with that. All right, let's see what it is. It's offsides. All right, offsides. Oh, on the offense. All right. So replay third down. So instead of a 3rd and 1, now it's a 3rd and 6. So what you had is your wide receiver not lined up on the line of scrimmage. Wilson wasn't lined up on the line of scrimmage, and Wendell Robinson and the Giants. I mean, they are beating down. They are beating down the Philadelphia Eagles. What has happened to the Eagles? 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for Arizona. All right. Kyler Murray in the gun. Here we go. Hands the ball off to James Conner. James Conner runs up the field, and he gets the first down on a 3rd and 6. So good run there, a handoff, a quick draw play to James Conner, and he gets the first down. Man, I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. The New York Giants are absolutely putting foots in the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, they are putting foots in these boys. I don't know what happened with the Philadelphia Eagles. What happened? Like, it's like I don't know if they have like something going on in the locker room or what. Like, how do you just fall off like that? Man, what a good play. All right, here we go. Jordan Love looking for, and he throws the ball to his tight end Kraft, and Kraft gets about 9 yards. Got 37 seconds left. They in a hurry up. Here they go. They go with a little bit of tempo. They line it up on the 2nd and 2. Jordan Love in a gun. Snaps the ball. Looks, still looking. Throws the ball, and it is incomplete. Yeah. Tried to get it to one of his receivers. It looked like it may have been Christian Watson he was trying to get it to there. All right, here comes the handoff to James Conner. James Conner is running really, really hard for the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, so he gets the first down on the 2nd and 1. Let's see. Big Sean says, TJ, I'm not surprised at what New York is doing to Philly. Yeah, my boy DJ, who's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, he said if they play Philly, they might beat them next week. He ain't lying. He might be telling the truth. Because Philly is not very good right now. All right. They just threw the ball handoff to Kraft. They tight end yet again. And the clock is continuing to move. No, he got out of bounds. All right, so Jordan Love wants to huddle up. 1st and 10. Kyler Murray. Here comes the flea flicker. Tries to throw the ball down the field, and it is caught by his receiver. And he breaks the tackle, Wilson. And now they're down to the 12-yard line. So that's a first down. Arizona playing pretty tough there. You got the Cowboys with Tony Pollard fighting for extra yards, gets pushed by his offensive lineman down to the 1. I mean, if you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan, you got to be wondering to yourself, what the heck is going on with my football team? Damian, I don't want to see us get into the playoffs only to get embarrassed. And it would be good for I don't think the Saints would get embarrassed in the playoffs. I don't. Honestly, like I like out of all the teams, like if I feel like they have a chance to at least win one game if they play like they played the last couple of weeks, which we know more than likely the Saints are one of the most hot and cold teams in the league. Like you don't know, but I think they have a chance if they can play good defense and run the football. Eagles went from the number 1 seed in NFC to a possible 6. Yeah, that's crazy. Tampa will beat Philly. We would have beat Philly convincingly had we won the division. All right. Oh, man. I mean, they almost had an interception right there, the Chicago Bears. Now, you cannot give Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers that type of second chance right here. 2nd and 10. Here comes Jordan Love. Jordan Love throws the ball, and he tried to get it to Wicks, and the clock is continuing to run, and they run out of time, and that is the end of the half. All right, so the Chicago Bears making a stand right there, going into the half down by 1 point. That's all you want right there. That's what you want to see. You want to see these guys getting opportunities. All right. We have like Julio Jones with a catch. Speaking of Atlanta Falcons great Julio getting there. The Alabama to Alabama connection right there. Jalen Hurts and all right, here we go. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray in the gun on the 2nd and 8. Here we go. Here's the snap. Kyler Murray looking. He's looking. He throws the ball and is almost intercepted. Tried to get it to his running back Carter on that play. All I know is Arizona is a tough football team. I mean, they haven't won a lot of games this season, but they always play teams tough right there. And he said the Bears dropped the interception. I mean, they dropped the interception, but that was a good tackle by the cornerback, getting the ball, keeping the wide receiver in bounds in order for the clock to run out. All right, 3rd and 8 for the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go. Kyler Murray in the gun. There's some movement, and it's going to be a little bit longer. All right, so 3rd and 8 now, 5-yard penalty. Push them boys back, going to make it even further. And that is McBride right there, the tight end. So these self-inflicted wounds by the Arizona Cardinals, they making plays, they driving the ball down the field, and they keep on getting in their own way with these penalties. You had a neutral zone infraction, and now you have a false start penalty. And now the Cowboys just ran the ball into the end zone with Tony Pollard to put them up 14-10. All right, here we go. They throw the ball. They throw it to the receiver, and that looked like Hollywood Brown, and he goes absolutely nowhere there. And it looked like he's going to set up a 4th down right there. So it looked like it's going to be another field goal for the Arizona Cardinals. Tyrod Taylor is in the game. Jay says, good commentary, TJ. I appreciate it, man. All right, we got the New York Giants on the screen. New York Giants, Tyrod Taylor. And I thought I seen Tommy DeVito in the game earlier, but he's left. And they hand the ball off to Matt Breida right there. No, excuse me, Eric Gray. Eric Gray, the rookie out of Oklahoma, actually got a carry in that game. I actually met Eric Gray at the Combine. Nice guy, man. I asked him a question, does he think the running back position is devalued? All right, here we go. 3rd and 2 for Tyrod Taylor's New York Giants, up 17-0 shockingly, 17-0. And he won't get the snap off because it is a 2-minute warning. So all games as of right now that's on the screen are on a commercial break. You have the Bears and the Green Bay Packers at the half. You have the Arizona Cardinals, about to kick a field goal. And I mean, you have a couple of games that don't mean absolutely nothing, like this Denver Broncos, Las Vegas Raiders game. Jarrett Stidham, like he got bent up, but Sean Payton's fighting Broncos out here, losing to the Las Vegas Raiders 10-7. And also you had Mark Davis telling the coaching staff of the Raiders that they can look for other jobs. I mean, after these guys impressively beat the Chiefs, but I digress. All right, here we go. All right, they bring the ball off to Williams. And Williams get a couple yards on that play. Above, also there's a game going on, the 49ers and the Rams. 49ers up 14-7 over the Rams right now. Both of those teams pretty much are in the playoffs. They can't move or anything like that. So it's a lot of backups in that game anyway. So they just kind of get through it. So that game really doesn't mean anything, to be quite honest with you. You're not playing Christian McCaffrey. You're not playing any of your starters that mean anything. You want to have those guys prepared. And then on top of that, you got the number 1 seed, so you're going to have a first round bye. But as far as with the Rams, the Rams, they're going to make the playoffs, and they're a scary team, man. They are a scary team. You don't want to play them. Love that Winston gave Allen a big FU for his last game as a Saint. What do you mean by that? What do you do? Oh, what? So Jameis was in a see. I didn't. Okay, so I couldn't see that part of the game, right? Because they switched to the Jacksonville Tennessee Titans game, so I missed like the last 5 minutes and 55 seconds of the game. So Jameis was in the game. I didn't know that. Don't want to play Dallas with the defense being this old. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to play the Dallas Cowboys, in Dallas, but I mean, that doesn't scare me, to be quite honest with you. That don't scare me. Let's see. That was Jameis. They called that audible. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Like, Jameis didn't care at that point. Like, man, you screwed me over. I'm screw you over. I don't blame you for that. I didn't know that. All right, Tyrod Taylor throwing the ball. He got a wide open Saquon Barkley streaking down the left sidelines. And man, it is just an absolute disaster, a dumpster fire for the Philadelphia Eagles right now. So Tyrod Taylor and Saquon Barkley and, I mean, the entire New York Giants, who have absolutely nothing to play for, are out here just embarrassing the Philadelphia Eagles. Man, you got to wonder to yourself, what is going on here? Tyrod Taylor in the gun. He scrambles. He throws the ball. He throws it to Darius Slayton, and Slayton just nonchalantly into the end zone for the touchdown. If you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, you have to be concerned about your football team right now. You have got to be concerned about your football team. 23-0, and it's not even halftime. This is the type of game where you have to wonder to yourself, has your organization quit on a coach? Like, I've heard like there was some issues going on with Nick Sirianni. I don't know, but you have to wonder to yourself that these guys like quit on their coach. I mean, the Giants are just absolutely like just mud walking these guys right now. I mean, it's unbelievable. All right, Geno Smith in the gun, throws it, and it is incomplete. It looked like he had a little bit of miscommunication with Jackson Smith and Jigba right there. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Looked like he thought that Jackson Smith and Jigba was going to run an out route, but he ran it in, and he threw it to the spot, and it wasn't there. Sam Darnold in the gun throws the ball down the field, and it is caught. And the receiver is running. He stiff arms, and he is down to about Conley is down to about the 9-yard line. Man, good pass by Sam Darnold. But it looked like the Philadelphia, like they quit on that boy. It looked like they quit. I'm not scared of Dallas or Philly, to be honest. Allen said no touchdown on that last play, and Winston changed the play for a touchdown. Said that they wanted to get Jamal Williams a touchdown. Man was running hard all day, even though he averaged only 1.3 yards a carry. Here's the handoff to Charbonnet, the guy who was named after a classic wine. But, he ends up getting the first down with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Looked like Seattle was trying to get a 2-for-1. I think they get the ball back at the start of the second half. So here we go. Geno in the gun on the 1st and 10, 58 seconds left. Throws the ball on a quick slant and is caught by DK Metcalf. I don't know how Geno got that ball in there, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see what it's called. Let's see what the call is. All right, let's see what we got. We got the referees. Look like they're going to congregate a little bit. All right, trying to make sure that they got the play right. DK Metcalf hobbling off to the sideline. All right. You got illegal contact going on. That penalty is declined. And it's going to be a first down. So you got pass interference. Not what you want to hear, not what you want to see as a Saints fan. Got the Arizona Cardinals with a pass interference on the play. I don't know how Geno got that ball in there. I mean, you had three players in that vicinity right there, but you do have a hobbled DK Metcalf. It looked like he was struggling to get off the field there. You don't want DK Metcalf to get hurt. You definitely going to need him if you're going to make a playoff run. All right, we got a red zone opportunity for the San Francisco 49ers, and we also have the Philadelphia Eagles. So we got the Philadelphia Eagles because that game actually means something. Jalen Hurts in the gun. He's looking. He finds nobody. He's going to scramble a little bit. He's going to get a couple yards. I say he got about 2 or 3 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a third down. So a game that a lot of people thought that the Philadelphia Eagles were going to get back right, going to, get it together. It just did not pan out that way. It's not panning out that way. It's looking like an absolute disaster. All right, Sam Howell in the gun, throws the ball, and it is caught by Terry McLaurin, and he gets the first down. And it looks like Stephon Gilmore is there. And also we got a fight going on between Michael Parsons and the offensive lineman. I mean, they need to separate those guys. All right, we got the Philadelphia Eagles trying to throw in a double coverage, and that is picked. Is it picked? No, it was not picked. He didn't have two hands in bounds. He tried to get the ball to Julio Jones, and now that's going to bring up 4th and 8. What an absolute disaster for the Philadelphia Eagles. Nah, he did not get that. He did not get his feet down. It's a good play, though. Good effort. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what? No, that is an interception. So it looked like Jalen Hurts threw an interception because that McKinney definitely got both of his feet in bounds. We got a boot review going on in Arizona while I'm stalling here. There's a boot review because it's under 2 minutes, so all reviews are called from upstairs. So they got a boot review going on. I guess they're trying to see if DK Metcalf caught the ball. Even if he didn't catch the ball, it should be an automatic first down because it'll be a spot foul. So I don't know what the heck is going on there. All right, so they reversed the play. Yeah, so they reversed it for the Seattle Seahawks, but I mean it still doesn't matter because it's still 1st and 10 because it's a pass interference call. I mean, to me, like if you're watching that Giants Philadelphia Eagles game, that was indeed a pick. Winston did call in the play, and hopefully Gale makes a move to get Dennis out of here. Nah, that ain't happening. He ain't going nowhere. Still weird seeing Sean Payton in that orange and blue. Yeah, that is weird, right? It's weird. I mean, so many different players and stuff like that leave and watching them. All right, Geno Smith in a gun, throws the ball to Jackson Smith and Jigma. He makes a guy miss, and he gets about 7 yards on a play. So they're in tempo right now. They're in a hurry up because they're trying to get a playoff. But it looks like who calls the timeout? Seattle called their second timeout, so they got one remaining. All right, so it looked like they're trying to set up a field goal here. Once again, try to get a 2-for-1. Get a field goal, come back out, get the ball back, and maybe try to get this game out of reach. And the call on the field was overturned. The original call was incomplete. The New York Giants indeed picked off Jalen Hurts. McKinney with an athletic play. Sam Howell in a gun, looking, throws the ball down the field. It's tipped, and it is intercepted. It is picked off. And, man, my goodness, picked off by Wilson. And it looks like the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the NFC East. More than likely, they'll have the 2 seed because, they own that tiebreaker between them and the Detroit Lions. So the Cowboys will be the 2 seed. Geno Smith throws the ball. Parkinson's. Yeah, and he caught that? Okay, he did catch it. So he did catch it. He got the ball. 35 seconds left. 34 on a 3rd and 1. Geno Smith hands the ball off to Charbonnet. 2024. I heard it's going to be a good year. Gets the first down. So Charbonnet, a nice little sample size of Charbonnet, the rookie out of UCLA. You thought you would probably see Kenneth Walker in a situation like that, but I guess they're going with a little bit of Charbonnet. I mean, with a name like Charbonnet, you got to be a running back, right? You got to be a good running back. You can't be nothing but a running back with a name like Charbonnet, right? I mean, smooth, crafty. He got the right name for a running back. But it's unfortunately for Saints fans, it is 1st and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks, and they driving. And they have no timeouts. 25 seconds left. Geno in the gun. Here's the snap. He looks. He throws the ball, and it is incomplete. He tried to get the ball to one of the most underrated wide receivers in football, Tyler Lockett. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. So the Arizona Cardinals right here, if you're the Arizona Cardinals, man, you got to hold them to a field goal. You hold them to a field goal, you make the adjustments, you go into halftime, happy that you're down by 7 points and an opportunity to tie the game up if you get a stop. All right, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 for Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. Geno in the gun, gets the snap. He looks, and he throws the ball, and it's miscommunication again between him and Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it looked like Geno wanted him to run a certain route, and it looked like Jackson Smith and Jigba did not run. They were not on the same page. That's the second time I've seen that in the last 2 drives. So that's something that they definitely have to work on. All right, so you got Myers, the kicker, out there. I mean, he's pretty reliable here. So if you can't get the first down, you got to kick a field goal. You go into the half. Hopefully you're up by 7. All right, so they playing prevent right here. They're not even playing. You have no timeout, so you don't want to get the middle of the field. Geno scrambling, and Geno jumps out of bounds with about 6 seconds left. So it looked like Arizona was okay. They were just conceding. They didn't want anything, going into the end zone, so they played a little bit of prevent. So Geno was able to rush outside of the pocket, get a few yards, make this more of a chip shot field goal to go into the half by 7. So there you go. I mean, the Arizona Cardinals, this is a game right now. This is a game. They playing pretty well. They can go back. They can go into the half, but it looked like you got 6 seconds left. You got one more shot to go into the end zone. The Arizona Cardinals called the timeout. It looked like they just wanted to see what Seattle was going to do there. So they called the timeout just to try to see how they can just set that thing up. Yeah, I said Geno got on his bike. Yeah, Geno is deceptively fast, man. I mean, he can run now. Like he's not one of those quarterbacks that's looking to run, but he will run when necessary. But with this play call, this is what I disagreed with, was the fact that you still had some time on the clock and you weren't playing the sidelines. Now, they were playing back to make sure that the Seattle Seahawks didn't throw anything into the end zone, but now they can get at least one shot at the end zone before they decide to kick a field goal. So right now, it's probably going to be a blitz, try to get the ball out of his hands. Okay, Geno Smith. And no. Okay, try to get the ball to Tyler Lockett on a fade route. There's going to leave 2 seconds left on the clock. Good coverage right there by the defender. And they're going to go ahead and trot out Myers to get a chip shot field goal in here. All right, I mean, a lot of grabbing right there, but both guys were trying to jock for position, both Tyler Lockett and the corner. So, I mean, this is the best case scenario right here. You go into the half with some points. All right, so Jason Myers is going to attempt a 29-yard field goal. Once again, chip shot field goal here. Should be as true can be. And he kicks it, and it is good. So that's going to end the half. At halftime, the Seattle Seahawks up over the Arizona Cardinals 13-6. So still got a chance, still a fighting chance for the Arizona Cardinals to try to get that game under control, win it, try to help out the New Orleans Saints. Once again, the New Orleans Saints, in order for them to get the 7th seed, they need the Chicago Bears to knock off the Green Bay Packers and Arizona Cardinals to knock off the Seattle Seahawks. So will they be able to do it? Who knows? All right, here we go. See if I can go to the Green Bay Packers game here. But thank y'all for being here, for all those that are here. I know some people probably left, probably just wanted to hear me talk a little bit about the Saints. But I mean, what we're talking about right now pertains to the Saints. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles are just, they just dejected right now. I mean, is this Marcus Mariota? Marcus Mariota is in the game right now. He hands the ball off to Gainwell. Gainwell needed 11 yards, and he got it, but that's the end of the half. So I don't know. I mean, what is going on with Jalen Hurts? What's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles? The fact that you know what's on the line today, and you go out here and you play that stagnant and stale. I mean, I'm just at a loss for words right now. I mean, and I'm pretty sure Philadelphia Eagle fans are too. But the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers game is back on. All right, it's 2nd and 3 for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are indeed in the red zone. All right, it's on the 2nd and 3. Jordan Love in the gun, throws the ball to Heath. Malik Heath gets the first down, and you got to give credit to the Green Bay Packers, man, getting the ball to start the second half, driving right down the field. Speaking of field, Justin Fields on the sidelines, like he putting his coat on, look like he's a little chilly out there. Why wouldn't he be here in Green Bay, for God's sakes? All right, Jordan Love, I mean, he's been playing really well lately. Like a lot of questions, is he the guy? Is he the future of the Green Bay Packers? Replacing a legend like Aaron Rodgers. But he has stepped up, and he has this team a few minutes away from making a postseason. Here's the handoff to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones spins off. He fights, tries to get his offensive lineman to help him out, and he gets about 3 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up about second and 7. So he got about 3 yards on the play. Said Hurts is benched. I don't know if Hurts benched or not, but I guess they feel like, well, if we playing like this, ain't no need for us to go out there and be trying to get him to, get him hurt, trying to win a game that's out of hand. Philly been sliding for a while. Yeah, I know, right? All right, here we go. 2nd and 7 for Jordan Love and the Packers. You got Reed in motion. They hand the ball off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones up the field. He gets about, let's say, about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Sets up a very manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Aaron Jones in his second game back. He's missed some time, man. He's been dealing with some injuries. And, he's but he's been running pretty hard. He ran pretty hard last week versus the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night. Here we go. Jordan Love on the 3rd and 3 in the gun. Can the Chicago Bears force them to a field goal? All right, Jordan Love. He's trying to make the adjustments right now. He's calling out the audible. All right, you got about 6 seconds left. 5, 4. They got to get the snap off. Here we go. Here's the snap. Jordan Love throws the ball, quick to Wicks, and he lunges over for the touchdown. And the Green Bay Packers, once again, get into the end zone. So Wicks, that is his 2nd touchdown of the game. So the Chicago Bears have got to respond if they want to make this game more respectable. Green Bay is running a rock. Packers controlling the clock and running. Well, if a team can't stop you from running the football, then, run it. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares if it's working. And Carlson up, and it is good. So the Green Bay Packers coming out of the locker room, and they score on the opening drive. All right, so 14-6. Not what you want to see if you're a New Orleans Saints fan. Yes, see y'all in all season. Yeah, pretty much. But we'll still be here, man. We'll still be covering the NFL playoffs, like the NFC and AFC. So we'll still be doing it. And probably, and to be quite honest with you, probably be doing episodes like what we're doing right now, where we're actually analyzing and talking about the games. So if you're into like the commentary and into like sitting down talking about the playoffs, I'll be here. And we'll be doing like play-by-play kind of similar to this. Let's see. Gino got on his bike. They see he taking out Hurts for Mariota, and he throws an interception. Let's see. We love you, TJ. I appreciate that. I love y'all too. I thank y'all for being here. Shouts out to everybody that's here right now. Everybody on the State of the Saints podcast channel. Watching these playoff implication types things, games going on. Y'all notice that these touchdown celebrations, college and NFL, Louisiana influence, heavy. Yeah, I noticed that too, I noticed that too. I don't think the Saints making the playoffs, no one to blame though, should have had to depend on other teams. Yep, look, Not from what I'm seeing today. These teams understanding the assignment. The Green Bay Packers understand the assignment. It looks like Seattle Seahawks understand the assignment. If both of these teams end up losing, that'll be great for the New Orleans Saints. But once again, don't cry for me, Argentina. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't feel bad for a team. I can't feel bad for a team that brought these things on themselves. Like they brought this on themselves. They didn't have to make it as hard as it is. If they would have knocked off the Green Bay Packers, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But yeah, I mean, Green Bay Packers, you need them to lose this football game in order for the New Orleans Saints to have a fighting chance. All right, so the game is coming back on. Shouts out to everybody that's here right now. I ask that you hit the like button if you enjoy the State of the Saints podcast, and if you're enjoying the commentary, go ahead and hit that like button too. I mean, Jordan Love. I mean, can you imagine the pressure that he's under? I mean, replacing a legend. But I guess it was to be the same type of pressure Aaron Rodgers was under, right? All right, here we go. Running out of the end zone. Here you go. Wait a minute. And he ends up getting popped. And right now, the momentum is starting to swing towards the Green Bay Packers here. I mean, but this game isn't over. I mean, we see Justin Fields. Justin Fields is, he's one of those guys that, that thrives in moments like this. And he has some talented players around him. So we'll see what they can do right here. I mean, it's an away game. It's cold. Playing in Lambeau. Playoff implications on the line for the Pack. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Chicago Bears. And they hand the ball off on a toss play to Johnson. And Johnson gets the side, and he fights, and he gets about 8 yards. So a very tough, hard-fought run right there by, is that A-Bear? Okay, I'm going to say A-Bear. Man, I know his name is Herb, but we're going to say we Louisiana folks, so if your name is Herbert, then your name is A-Bear, right? Hebert. But anyway, longest start to a game without penalty in NFL this season. So both of these teams have yet to get a penalty called on. It's pretty impressive. Got to give credit to, okay, here we go. Justin Fields around the sidelines, and he runs, and he slides, and he gets the first down. Oh, man, it looked like Cole Kmet is on the ground here. Look like he's injured. So, I don't know. Was he able to get up? I seen him like doing a run. It looked like he was on his knees there. So, I guess he was able to get up and go to the sidelines. All right, the Chicago Bears, they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to counteract what the Green Bay Packers just did, coming out the locker room, Kmet in motion. So I guess he wasn't really that hurt. All right, here's the handoff. This is to Johnson. Johnson getting up the middle. Nice, convincing run right there. He probably got about 4 or 5 yards there. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. So, okay, so he got 6 yards on the play. 8 minutes and 5 seconds left. The clock continues to tick. Herbert comes into the game. Justin Fields. Can he get his team into the end zone? Can he get his guys out there? I mean, you got some talented young wide receivers out there, not to mention that he's an athlete in his own right. All right, he's in a gun. Tight end in motion. All right, he's calling out the play. All right, here's the snap. Justin Fields, he's looking. Oh, he takes off. Now he's running. Will he get the first down? He tries to fight for it. He extends the ball. Will he get it? And yes, he did. So Justin Fields fighting for the first down. He gets the sidelines and he just extends the ball over the first down mark, and it was good enough for a first down. So he switched hands at the end, and he extends the ball out. So pretty impressive stuff by Justin Fields right here. 94 passing yards, 18 yards. He has 112 total yards in this game. So Jair Alexander back with the Green Bay Packers after missing one game with a suspension, conduct detrimental to the team. Got Herbert. He slips. Tries to get around a corner, and he slips right there. So he gets about 1 yard. Nothing else. So that's going to set up about 2nd and 9. All right, what we got here? See, did DA chew Winston out after that play. I don't know if he chewed him out or not. You think Winston care? I don't think so. I agree. TJ game commentary is great. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mirror. All right, here we go. Justin Fields in the gun. All right, hands off to Herbert. Herbert gets the ball and he fights and he doesn't get much, but he probably got about a yard, maybe 2 on the play. Got a lot of pushing and shoving going on because guys understand what this game is about. If you're the Green Bay Packers, you're trying to make the postseason. And if you're the Chicago Bears, you're trying to build momentum going into the next season. I mean, Eberflus has already been said that he's going to keep his job, so you want to end on a high note. Green Bay Packer fans, they're showing them right now. A lot of hope in the eyes of the Wisconsin faithful out there. All right, here we go. Justin Fields on the 3rd and 7 in the gun. All right, here we go. He tries to get it. And, they trips him up, and he's tackled, and they bring him down, and he will not get the first down. And that's going to bring up a 4th down on a play. Justin Fields gets up a little bit discombobulated right here. You have to wonder to yourself, are they going to punt the football? It looks like they will. All right, but he literally had nowhere to go with that football. I don't know why St. Brown brother out there wasn't open. I mean, there was nowhere he can go with that football. Nowhere. All right, so they're going to punt this ball away. All right, Gill gets the ball, punts the ball. Decent punt right there. And it bounces, and oh my goodness. What a play by the special teams. And he gets the ball down at the 1-yard line. Unbelievable stuff right there. Did he step on the line? And he did. He did step on the line, so that is going to be a touchback. That is going to be a touchback right there. Well, at least it should be. He was in the end zone. He was in the end zone. He tried to reestablish himself. Don't know if they're saying the ball is going to be on the 1. I don't know about that one. Bears O-line is terrible. I guess that's the reason why, you get a quarterback that can scramble, that a pocket pass. This season feels hollow. Those beatings, but beating the Falcons always, yeah. I mean, beating the Falcons is a plus. Seeing the Saints smack around them Falcons. Man, the Eagles have collapsed. You ain't lying. Between them and the Jaguars, I guess you have to say the Jaguars. I guess you can say the Jaguars probably had the most epic collapse because, I mean, they were like 3 or 4 games ahead of everybody, and they still lost. They still end up not making a postseason. So yeah, that's pretty bad stuff right there. Pretty bad stuff. I'm trying to stroll up. Somebody said, fire Dennis Allen. Fire him. Get him out of here. Let's see. Tough for the Lions. All-pro tight end Sam Laporta out for the season with a hyperextend. Yeah, that's off. Had such an amazing season. Should be the NFC, in my opinion. NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. Could easily be, the way that he played. But, let's see. Why I feel like Winston called the fake knee. The only thing to work out for the Saints is they won. All the other parts aren't falling in place. But what do you expect? Packers and Seattle have competent coaches. Exactly. I mean, you got some competent coaches. You ain't got to worry about that. Yes, Jags pretty bad. Yeah, the Jags, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. A couple games coming back in the second half. Deron Davis, former TCU Horned Frog for the Chargers, got a really good return on that play. Meanwhile, Nick Sirianni, Mr. I'm a pose for the camera and boast, and Mr. Pavado himself isn't really boasting right now because his team is down 24-0. Marcus Mariota is in the game right now. When you see Marcus Mariota, it pretty much tells you what type of season or game you're having. All right. So we got a catch by Zacchaeus right there. He gets about 9 yards on the play. Ethan Stick hands the ball off to Austin Eckler. What will happen with Austin Eckler at the end of the season? Of course, we know he has some contract issues with the Chargers. Will they bring him back, or will he go to another team? We'll see. Justin Fields on the sideline. I mean, not Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, rather. All right, it was a pass and catch. So right now, you just got a bunch of backup players in the game right now. It looks like that the Giants, the Eagles pretty much conceded that this is not their day. Just embarrassing stuff all around for the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, you got to be embarrassed knowing that you had everything to play for today. You had a chance to win the East, which doesn't look like that's going to happen now. All right, so see if we can get back to that Green Bay Packers game. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. This is the post game show. Right now, we're watching the games that mean something to the New Orleans Saints, the Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears. Jordan Love in a gun throws the ball, and it is caught by Reed. Reed tried to turn up the field, but he slips, tried to get a few more yards. So he got about 7 yards on that play. Green Bay Packers trying to get into the postseason. Last season, they came up short. Same scenario, winning in. Last year, they didn't get it done. Detroit Lions knocked them off, didn't make the playoffs. Will they be able to do it today? We'll see. All right, here we go. Here's the handoff. Hands off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones fights, and he takes 3 Chicago Bears with him, and he definitely got that first down. Nice, tough run by Aaron Jones right there. And that's what you need from the guy that's a really good offensive weapon. A really good offensive weapon right there. I mean, fighting for extra yards, doing what you need to do, putting the team on your back. That's what it's all about right there. That's true leadership by Aaron Jones. Chicago needs a stop in a major way. You have to believe that if the Green Bay Packers score a touchdown, this game is pretty much over. I mean, it's pretty much over at this point if they get back into the end zone. Aaron Jones with the handoff, trying to wear down that Chicago Bears defensive line. Gets a few yards, gets about 2 or 3 yards on a play. And here we go. We got a scrap going on right now. Referees trying to break it up right now. You got players trying to break it up. Man, a lot of emotion in this game. A lot of emotion. You have playoff implications on the line. You got 2 bitter rivals, one of the oldest rivals in all of the NFL. You got Gordon and Reed. They fighting each other. They going at it. They fighting. They scratching. They clawing. I mean, they basically been jawing at each other the entire game. But you got to keep your emotions in check. Nobody wants to get ejected from a game of this magnitude, especially Reed, who's been coming on as of late and been one of the most effective offensive weapons for the Packers over the last 5 games. All right, you guys, 2 guys jumping into the neutral zone, but they get back in time. Wicks in motion. Love gets the ball. Quick snap. Caught. And all right, he gets a couple yards on the play. And there's a quick tackle by there. So Jordan Love, 21 of 25, 210 yards. That was a pass caught by Bo Melton. He's having a pretty solid game today. All right. Once again, they don't have Christian Watson out there. Christian Watson, one of their best young receivers, has been dealing with some injuries throughout the entire season. As we take a look at Sweat, who got traded earlier in the season from the Washington Commanders. Trying to help his team get a win here today. Here's the snap. Jordan Love scrambles. I mean, he's more than likely going to get this first down. He fumbles the football and is picked up by the Chicago Bears. Jordan Love tried to make a guy miss, but instead loses the football, and now the Chicago Bears are in business. Jordan Love holding the ball like a loaf of bread. Stevenson gets his helmet on the football and is picked up by the Chicago Bears. Unbelievable stuff right there. You with the momentum that Green Bay had on that drive. I mean, the big runs by Aaron Jones, you thought that they were going to bring it in or at least come away with a field goal. But what a big-time play by Stevenson right there, getting his helmet on the football. I mean, I thought it was clear that Jordan Love should have had a first down on there. Now, nobody expected for him to run, but Good heads-up play by Stevenson, getting his helmet on the football, knocking it out, and his teammate picking up the recovery. So here we go with the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears have an opportunity. Try to drive the ball down the field. Make a play. Let's see if they'll be able to make it after the commercial break. All right, here we go. We got the game, that other game that we're looking at. Okay, here we go right here. James Conner streaking down the field. Gets almost to midfield right there. So the Arizona Cardinals are in business right now. Coming out of the half, understanding that they have opportunity to pull off an upset here. There'll be 2 straight weeks of upsets. They got the upset over the Philadelphia Eagles. You have to wonder to yourself how much of an upset that was, the way the Eagles have been playing. But when you're a 4-12 team, you have to call that an upset. James Conner breaking free. James Conner all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. James Conner, who was very instrumental coming out of the half. And now the Arizona Cardinals are a field goal away from tying this game up. Pete Carroll cannot believe it. How can you allow James Conner to just run over your defensive line like that? But credit to the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, he's breaking tackles. I mean, you had an opportunity. Maybe if Quadron Diggs wasn't trying to pull away from the football and try to get him on the ground, maybe he wouldn't have scored. All right, here we go. Matt Prater, OG, kicks it up, and it is good. So right now, the Arizona Cardinals have tied the game up on the Seattle Seahawks. So right now, things are starting to swing in the way of the New Orleans Saints. A tied ball game in Arizona, and you have the Chicago Bears, who just forced a fumble from quarterback Jordan Love. So here we go. This is what you want to see. This is the excitement that I'm talking about here, folks. All right. So you got the Saints fans on the edge of the seat. I see some people in the chat right now. Conner, touchdown. Got T.D. Bryan saying touchdown. Arizona making it a drive. Yeah, I mean, that was the James Conner drive right there. So Arizona not going away. Let's see. Hey, TJ, I'm sitting here watching my favorite podcast, and we actually sitting here watching a team trying to help us get in after a season of backups and weak schedule in the league. You ain't lying, but hey, man, it's good to see some competent football, and it's also good to see some games where you can just watch teams and not be that emotionally invested. But, just here to have a good time. Let's see. Can never get help when we need it, where we're out of luck. Well, it looks like they're getting help right now. I got the Arizona Cardinals. Scoring a touchdown. You got you got the Chicago Bears picking up a fumble from Jordan Love. So, I mean, we'll see here. We'll see. We're gonna try to move on to try to see what's going on in the other game. Waiting for the Chicago Bears game. I guess I have to go ahead and switch to the next one. I have to watch the Chicago Bears game exclusively. I can't get that in simulcast. Okay, so here we go right here. We got 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, no second. That is the end of the third quarter. So it's the end of the third quarter. Chicago Bears can make it interesting. Still got a chance to try to pull off the upset against the Green Bay Packers, knocking them from playoff contention. Will the Chicago Bears be able to pull off the upset against their rivals, the Green Bay Packers? We'll see. We'll see if that's going to happen. Hopefully it will. Packers and Seahawks got to lose. Yep, Packers and the Seahawks got to lose for the Saints to make the postseason. Saints, best performance of the year, and came late. All right, so the scoring drive, 4 plays, 87 yards for the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, Saquon Barkley, will this be his last year with the New York Football Giants? Of course, we know about his contract situations. Will Saquon go elsewhere? I mean, if he does, then this is a good game to show that he still has what it takes. You got the Dallas Cowboys handling business. Will win the NFC East. Tyrod Taylor scrambling slides, didn't get the first down, gave himself up. So he got about 7 yards on the play. All right, here we go. Man, really good pass right there. Johnson for the Rams, scoring a touchdown. All right, here we go. The Seattle Seahawks right now. Hand the ball off. This one is to Kenneth Walker. He ain't playing around. Busts through the hole. He gets about 7 yards on the play. Ojulari on the tackle. All right, so don't know exactly what happened with Kenneth Walker towards the second quarter. Didn't really see him. It was a really heavy dose of Charbonnet right there, but Kenneth Walker definitely is a difference maker. He's a guy who can change directions, really make some things happen. So you're definitely going to need him if you're going to win this football game. Geno Smith, under center, hands the ball off to Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker gets up the field, and he will get the first down. So he gained about 4 yards on the play. So Kenneth Walker looked like he's hobbling a little bit, so maybe that has something to do with why we see more Charbonnet more so than him in the second quarter. Arizona Cardinals. Wait, I have to correct this. He did not get the first down. He was a yard short. But you have to believe that they're probably going to hand the ball off to him again here on the 3rd and 1. And Jigma in motion. No, they sneak it with Geno Smith, but he will get the first down after help from his offensive lineman getting him over the first down mark. So Geno Smith goes with the sneak. Didn't get it at first. I never wait a minute. It looks like I could be mistaken here, but it looks like the defender for the Arizona Cardinals actually nudged him forward. Looked like he actually nudged him forward from the first down. And no, DJ Moore dropped the pass right there. All right, here we go. A big tackle right there. Tried to get the ball to Kenneth Walker, and nothing going right there. So this is going to bring up second down. Stopped him in the backfield. You're looking at Parkinson. Parkinson missed the block, and that was just good heads up stuff by Collins right there, getting the ball and just tackling him in the backfield. 3rd and 7 for the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears look, he throws the ball. DJ Moore did not catch the football. It will be 4th down. It will be 4th down on a play, unfortunately. So that fumble, all for naught. Jackson Smith and Jigba tried to get around the side. He gets nowhere. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. So you got 3rd down right now. So it looked like the momentum is starting to swing towards the Arizona Cardinals. And you thought that it was going to swing towards the Chicago Bears, but really to no avail. You got to be able to take advantage of opportunities like that. When your defense gets you the ball and that type of territory, you know what I'm saying, in plus territory, you got to be able to take advantage of it. But it's 3rd and 12 for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith in the gun. He got 2 in the backfield. Throws it off to Parkinson's. Parkinson's goes absolutely nowhere. Tackled by Cromartie. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Arizona Cardinals coming out playing inspired football right now, coming out of the half. And you got to give credit to the Arizona Cardinals. They understand what's going on here. They understand that, they're not going to make the playoffs, but they're trying to make some other teams as miserable as they are right now. So here we go. Here's the punt. Get the ball back. Wait for the fair catch. And all right, so Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks stall on that drive. Good defensive stop. And really good defensive stop by those guys. You have to get credit where credit is due. What a good solid coming out the half, go down the field driving, utilizing the running game. Good stuff by the offensive line. All right, so here we go. We got the Chicago Bears right now on the 1st and 10. Justin Fields in the gun. Here we go. Snaps the ball. right? Got pressure. He moves. He gets away. He tries to throw the ball down the field. He slings it, and it's caught by Cole Kmet. He takes a huge hit, but he holds on to the football. So Cole Kmet, I mean, takes a huge hit from safety Darnell Savage, but I mean, he's a savage right there for holding on to that football. I mean, that was a huge hit that he took right there. All right, so this is what you want to see, Saints fans. 1st and 10 in the room for Justin Fields. All right, here we go. Justin Fields. He's looking. He scrambles. He sees nobody. He throws the football down the field, and it is incomplete. He tries to get the ball to his tight end. Good play. All right, man, get back in the huddle. It wasn't that good. It was dapping up all day, all night. But anyway, tried to get the ball off. DA ho out. Let's see. Fire DA today, not tomorrow. He ain't going anywhere, folks. Kmet killed us this year. Well, he almost got killed on that play. I can tell you that right now. All right, so Seattle cleans a wild card with a win, and the Green Bay Packers lost. All right, so you need to get the ball off. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Hands the ball off to Johnson. Johnson goes absolutely nowhere right there. Quan Walker stops him in the backfield. So this is going to bring up 3rd and 10. Quay Walker. But anyway, Cole Kmet, I mean, really tough guy, very underrated tight end. Look, you got to believe that you can't be playing around with the Green Bay Packers just kicking field goals here. You got to come away with 6. Right now you got to be calling your best stuff as an offensive coordinator. Here we go. Justin Fields snaps the ball off. He dribbles. He scrambles. He tries to throw the football, and he just throws it and just knocked away by Valentine. And there's a flag on a play. And it's against the Chicago Bears. That penalty is declined. It's going to bring up 4th down. You're probably going to kick another field goal. He is upset with himself because he believes he had an interception. He probably did. And the ball goes right through his hands. And he is upset with himself. Valentine felt like he had something there. And he did. He definitely had that interception. But that's the reason why you play on defense, buddy, because you don't have hands. If you had hands, you'll be a wide receiver. All right, here we go. 35-yard attempt right here. We put you within 1 score. And it's up, and it is good. All right, so not exactly how you want to come away, but you still got some points on the board. So Green Bay holding on to a lead. Holding on to a 5-point lead right here, man. You got to be able to get it done. Somebody says Chi-Town. DA is a miss. Use EBT card. It's a less after first half. Reverse psychology. Who that? Don't waste y'all time, LOL. Well, I mean, we here for the drama here. We here for the drama, Kevin. Almost threw an interception. Yeah, he almost threw an interception, but sometimes, in the words of Brandy, almost doesn't count. Then why run over 200 yards on us? I don't know exactly what we're talking about here. Oh no, I'm ticked off about how itty he has been since he was hired as the head coach. The apology was just the last straw. Yeah, I think a lot of people are upset about that. Like, what you apologizing for? You stand by your players. You stand by your players, man. But I guarantee if it was Derek Carr probably, did that, then he probably would be defending him. But he don't know what's going on when it's Jameis. But yeah, man, I'm pretty sure this probably gonna be Jameis last year with the Saints. So he's like, man, forget it, whatever. I'm good. I'm gonna do what I want. Like Cartman said, I'm gonna do what I want. That man don't care. Like, all right, so here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Arizona Cardinals. Throws the ball to James Conner. That play was just weird altogether. I don't think that was supposed to be designed like that. But Chris Jones with 10.5 sacks this season. I guess he must have got some type of incentive or something like that, got paid. Because they talking about, because he got 10.5 sacks. I got the TV down, so I don't know exactly what they're saying. Dallas Cowboys in the red zone. Seems like every time I look up the Dallas Cowboys in the red zone. Dak Prescott, fade, throws it. Brandon Cooks wide open in the back end of the zone for a touchdown. Kyler Murray in the pocket. I don't know, ball kind of sailed on him there, so it's going to bring up 4th and 8. So I don't know exactly what happened right there. Looked like maybe Kyler Murray got hit late, but throws the ball. Yeah, that was a late hit. I mean, by NFL standards. Dak Prescott out there wheeling and dealing. Absolutely just systematically destroying the Washington Commanders, who you got to believe, this is Ron Rivera's last game, and the Washington Commanders, as we know, are going to look like a completely different team. All right, man, good special teams play right there. Blake Gillikin, does that name sound familiar to y'all? Kicking a ball on the 1-yard line. Meanwhile, we're around this thing with Lou Hutley out there kicking 20-yard kicks. But Blake Gillikin, former New Orleans Saint, putting the Seattle Seahawks, helping the New Orleans Saints by pinning the Seattle Seahawks down at the 1-yard line. Another DA decision that didn't really, that don't look like nothing when you think about it. All right, let's see what we got from the Green Bay Packers Chicago Bears game. 14-9. LOL, crazy. The Buccaneers don't deserve it. All right, the Buccaneers don't deserve it. Yeah, I think a lot of people may agree with that. All right, Jordan Love on a play action, throws the ball down the field. It is caught by Reed, and they more than likely about to score this touchdown. Reed, stiff arms. Guy tries to fight him, but he gets. Yep. That is not what you want to see. And that's what I said. You do not want to keep on trading. You don't want to just come away with field goals, because it was a matter of time before a big play was going to come. All right, so Reed. All right, Jordan Love looking, throws the ball, and is tackled. So tackled by Edmonds, tackled by Edwards. You do not want to put these guys in the end zone. You do not want these guys to get into the end zone. There's a 2nd and 9. Jordan Reed, who are just absolutely tearing up the league. I don't know if y'all been watching this dude, rookie out of Florida. He been tearing the league up. And Jordan Love is having a really outstanding game. I don't think he had too many incompletions. Justin Fields can only look and hope that his defense be able to get a stop. 2nd and 9. Jordan Love in a gun. More than likely it's going to be a handoff. He does hand it off. Hand it off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones keeps his hand on the ground. Stiff arms. Fights. And he gets down to about he gained at least about 5 yards on the play. Looked like he should have got stopped in the backfield, but the balance, the quickness of Aaron Jones, that was all him on that play. So this is a 3rd and 4. This is a huge 3rd and 4 for the Chicago Bears. Can the Chicago Bears force the Green Bay Packers to a field goal? Here we go. All right, we got Kraft in motion. Aaron Jones. Both guys moving more. All right, Aaron Jones. And it is caught. No, it is incomplete by Milton. Milton did not. I repeat, he did not catch the football. He's trying to dispute it. He's saying you need to challenge it. But it don't look like he really came down with the football. We'll see. All right, here we go. Jordan Love. Really good. A dime, by the way. And he caught that. That is a catch. That is a catch, ladies and gentlemen. That is a catch. That is a catch. That is a catch. What a catch. The ball never he never lost possession of that football. That is a touchdown. And that's not what you want. Nope. That is unbelievable right there. You got to believe that play is going to be overturned. When did he establish possession? Right there. Well, I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think he caught it? Y'all think he established possession? Y'all think he established possession? I don't know. It looked like a catch. It looked like a catch to me. The question is, when did he establish possession? The question is, like, when did he establish? If he bobbled the football and he established possession, okay, so the ball drops right there. The question is, when did he get both hands on the football? Nope. I don't think so. It looked like it's incomplete. Good effort though. Good effort. You have to say that the pass is incomplete. Yep. I mean, it was a good it was a good effort though. If he would have established possession about right there, then nah. If he would have established possession right there, he probably would have scored. But I mean, that was a good effort. He had a chance. All right, so here's the field goal. It's up. The kick's on the way, and it is good. All right, so you're within 8. All right, so a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, you can tie this game up. Plenty of time for the Chicago Bears, but you got to get something going right now. You cannot keep on exchanging field goals with the Green Bay Packers. You gotta score. You gotta score on this drive. All right. So thank y'all for being here. We got 184 people watching this right now. Act that you hit the like button if you just tuned in. If you're just joining us, we're watching some of the games that mean something to the New Orleans Saints. We'll also talk about some of the games that we also see on NFL Redzone, like the Philadelphia Eagles getting absolutely mud walked by the New York Giants. Marcus Mariota in a gun, looks, throws, tries to get the ball to a receiver in the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. When you got Covey in the game, a guy that I never even heard of, tells you everything that you need to know right there. Let you know that it's a pretty bad day. Especially when you came into the game knowing that you win this game, you win the division. Sam Howell tries to go deep, real deep, hella deep, and it's intercepted. It is intercepted. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys are just padding stats right now. DeRon Bland, who is Mr. Pick Six himself, has another interception. So you bring it out Jake Elliott, trying to make it respectable, trying to kick a field goal. It's up. The kick is on the way, and he barely made it. Barely. He barely made it. Unbelievable. I mean, it is, when it rains, it pours, I guess, for Philly. But I couldn't think of a better city for it to happen to. I'm going to be honest with you. What a bunch of obnoxious fans when they win it. All right, here goes the handoff. Handoff to Carter. Carter moving down the sidelines, fighting for extra yards, and he gets the first down. So the Arizona Cardinals are doing their part. Now the Saints need the Chicago Bears to do their part. Question is, can they do their part? Can the Chicago Bears do their part? That's the big question of the day. The Philadelphia Eagles are my team, and we suck. Well, I'll tell you what, they are not very good right now. Let's see. The Bears just can't get right. Yeah, I mean, when it matters. I mean, they've been acting a plumb fool. They've been acting a plumb fool all for weeks. Now all of a sudden, a game that actually means something, they can actually do something, and now all of a sudden, like, they don't know how to do it. Bears defense is bad, TJ. Yeah, I mean, to say the least. Bears ain't trying to win. They want the number one pick over the Panthers. That doesn't matter. I mean, they already got the number one pick because of the Panthers. This game today means absolutely nothing to the Chicago Bears as far as their draft position. They still will have the number one overall pick because they traded with the Panthers. So this has nothing to do with them. They still gonna have 2 top 10 picks as Carter gets stuffed in the backfield by the Seattle Seahawks defense. Yeah, it means absolutely nothing, man. You know, you want to win a football game. This is basically just for pride. This is just pride right now. That's all this is. Let me go to Jamie G. Jamie, what's going on, man?
Man, what's happening, man? You know, I'm a little disappointed, man. So I came over here to kick it with the Saint fans, man, for a second.
Oh yeah, man. We basically what we're doing right now. We're watching NFL Redzone channel. We're watching some of the games that mean something to the Saints' playoff positioning. If there's, of course, if the Chicago Bears knock off the Green Bay Packers and Arizona Cardinals knock off the Seahawks, the Saints will get the 7th seed in the postseason. So right now, the Chicago Bears got the ball 2nd and 6. They're trailing the Green Bay Packers 17-9. So trying to see if Justin Fields can do something right now.
Yeah, they
All
just
right,
got
so
a
here we
first
go.
down.
He's under center. All right, he hands it off. Got Justin Fields, throws the ball off to Herbert. Herbert gets up the field. He drives out of bounds, and he gets the first down and a little bit more. But, yeah, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about your Jacksonville Jaguars, man. I mean, disappointing season, man. I mean, had a season of a lot of high expectations. Thought they winning in scenario. Not only that, but also the winning the AFC South. So, what are your thoughts? Watching that game against the Tennessee Titans.
Well, you already know I was just disappointed that we couldn't come out there with that win because we needed the win to clinch the South. But I think it's one of those much needed losses, in my opinion. I think I think we really need to go back to the drawing board because I kind of felt like we got to smelling ourselves a little bit,
Yeah.
and I think he can now sit back and really evaluate who needs to be in Jacksonville and who needs to go. So I definitely know
Yeah.
that offensive coordinator. He definitely probably gonna be the one to get fired, and I think Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence needs some more rest, honestly, and I think we need to figure out what we're gonna do about our offensive line and a few pieces of the offense and fix whatever it needs to be on the defense. I think we'll be okay, but I think the Texans on schedule to be tough for the next few years, man, because a lot of people didn't think they were going to be tough this year. They came out there and won the division. It ain't going to get any easier because Indianapolis sniffing up behind us, too.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, look, Trevor Lawrence was injured like for a good little minute, especially like since that Cincinnati Bengals game. I thought it was more of a miracle he was even playing. But there was a few plays that happened for those that are tuning in with this, vested injury with the Bears game. Justin Fields took a huge hit from Owens, the husband of Simone Biles.
No.
I don't know how that wasn't a penalty. But anyway, a 3rd and 5, Justin Fields in the gun. He's looking. He throws the ball. The ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to set up 4th down. There's a big-time decision made by Coach Eberflus. Is he going to go for it? It looks like he's going to go for it on this one. And you got to get a first down on here because if you don't get a first down, it's pretty much over. DJ Moore being covered by Valentine, who could have had an interception a couple plays ago in the red zone. This is Justin Fields' time. This is what Chicago Bears fans love about Justin Fields. Can he convert on a 4th and 5? All right, here we go right here. You got DJ Moore in motion. All right. You got 3 up. You got guys that jump. Was it offsides? Was it a false start? What we got? Okay, so what we have here, I can hear Jamie G TV. We got an automatic first. We got an automatic first down by the Green Bay Packers, and so there we go right there.
TJ? You need me
I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
I
But yeah,
wanna
man.
give it
So
out, man.
speaking of Oh, no, it's all good. But speaking of which, okay, so we talking. Since we spending some time on the AFC South. I mean, you got the Houston Texans who had an emotional victory last night against the Colts. What are your thoughts on the Houston Texans? I mean, here's a team, man. It was 3-13, 3-13 last year, and now, man, they 10-7. They won the division due to, unfortunately, the Jacksonville Jaguars losing today. So, what are your thoughts? Did you watch the game last night?
I watched like bits and pieces of it last night. I'm gonna tell you, man. I think they got the right coach in there this time, man.
Oh yeah.
That's a young guy. He got them guys motivated. I
Mm-hmm.
love C.J. Stroud. He gonna be that dude. That dude he got that dog in him, man.
Right.
And I love it. Whenever Tank Dell come back though,
Mm-hmm.
woo, it's about to be a problem, man. I mean, I
Yeah.
think if we were gonna win the division this year, we needed to do it again, but it's gonna be tough these next few years, man, because they doing it right, man. So
Mm-hmm.
shoot, hey, I like what the Texans doing. To be honest, I like what they did in the draft anyway. A lot of
Yeah.
people was I ain't think they was gonna be ready, but I love the picks they had. But
Right.
like I say, man, they ready though.
Yeah, a turn of events for the Chicago Bears. Nate Peterman came into the game because I assume somebody tried to buzz down to try to, they probably buzzed down because of that big hit that Justin Fields took by Owen. So they probably tried to get him looked at. But I find it funny that like 3 plays happened before they even brought him out there, So, I mean, they took him out the game. So I don't know. I guess whatever Green Bay were trying to do, it didn't work. Here's a run to Herbert. Herbert gets about 2 yards on a play. So there's a flag. You got to believe that this is going to be against the Bears. There's a holding on the offense right there. So, I mean, you're shooting yourself in the foot right now. You got a huge chance right now to win this football game. And holding on the offensive lineman. I mean, he's upset, like he wasn't holding or something. Pretty obvious hold right there.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
I'm looking at my TV now.
Yeah, you get obviously see the hold, but look, still got a huge chance right here, down by 8 points. Still got plenty of time left, but look, you got to come away with some points here. Got to come away with some points. You got all 3 timeouts. You got to get at least into field goal range on his 2nd and 16. Here we go. Justin Fields in the gun. Looks. And he just absolutely gets unloaded on by Rodgers. The offensive line of the Chicago Bears is just, I mean, they're going to get this guy killed here, man. They got to fix this offensive line in the offseason. And you got the draft capital to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
What you
so,
think
I mean,
about your boy number 0 for the Saints, Tim?
Ugo Amadi?
Yeah, he been playing pretty good. I was checking the game out. He was making some good plays, man.
Yeah, I think he's a good, solid rotational guy, I think he is. As we look at this 3rd and 22, I get into it. 3rd and 22, Justin Fields in the gun, and they tried to throw the ball over his head. I mean, a complete disaster of a play. So, I mean, pretty sure you're going to punt the football. Jair Alexander was all over it. And I don't know. It's not looking good for the Chicago Bears right now. But Ugo Amadi, I think they're a good rotational guy. I don't think he should be a starter or nothing like that. But I think that he's a solid guy in the absence of a player. Like, if somebody's struggling or somebody gets hurt, I think he can come in and provide a little bit of a spark. He's a really good tackler because he spent most of his time on special teams anyway. So, you can't go wrong with a guy that's a good special teams guy coming into the game because you're going to get some sound tackling. All right, so the Chicago Bears, what they need to do is they got to get a stop defensively, and they got to get it quick. I mean, you got all 3 timeouts, so if you can get the ball back, maybe get another offensive possession, maybe tie the game up, maybe you can make it interesting towards the end. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the next game. It was the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments right now. I'm being joined by my frat brother and friend, Jacksonville Jaguars supporter Jamie G, but he's a friend to the show, and he supports the Saints as well. In the words of TJ, the Bears O line is playing like slow. Yeah, they cold slow. We need Packers loss, mainly not Seattle. Pack game. Let me see. TJ showing more passion for these games than the Saints, because they get. Hey, speaking of which, McBride did he score? He scored a touchdown. So man, if the Chicago Bears can somehow weather the storm here and knock off the Green Bay Packers, there's a chance. There's a chance that the Saints can actually make the postseason. So, because the Arizona Cardinals are playing well in this game, man. I mean, Arizona is looking like really, really good right now. So, man, this is what you want. So, if the Chicago Bears can somehow get a stop and maybe, I don't know, pull off some type of dramatic ending, maybe the Saints can make the postseason. 35-10 to for the Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys dominating the Commanders. But the Commanders, man, I mean, everybody know what's up with the Commanders. Everybody going to be pretty much gone from their organization next year. They got new leadership. They got new ownership. Everybody knows that Ron Rivera, this is going to be his last, it's going to be his last season as the coach anyway. Let's see, Jordan Love got that, TJ. Man, Jordan Love is a good quarterback. I remember that time, like one of my most epic rants was the fact that the Saints end up not drafting him over Cesar Reeves. But I mean, at the beginning of the season, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was probably an insane rant that I made. But looking at like how he's playing right now, like, shoot, I think a lot of people wouldn't mind having Jordan Love. But I think that has a lot to do with the fact that Matt LaFleur is his coach too. Is over Peterman ready to throw picks left and right. He only came in the game for a few minutes so they can test out Justin Fields, though. The irony of us just knowing Chicago had a better chance of winning than the Cardinals, but it seemed like the Cardinals had the better chance than the Bears. Yep. I thought for sure. I thought that maybe the Bears would have looked a little bit better in this game, but yeah, the Bears have to win. Yeah, the Bears got to win. Arizona got to win. Arizona winning right now, and if the Bears can somehow weather the storm, that'll be fine. G, just let me know, man. If you have to go or roll out anything like this, just let me know, man.
Okay,
like I
sure.
said, because like right now, all we doing is basically just going over the, watching the games that actually mean something to the Saints possibly making a postseason. So I'm looking at man, this Philadelphia Eagles game, that's probably the shocker of the day for me. The 24-3 shellacking. And I know right now they got a bunch of backups in the game, but it wasn't like that at the beginning. All right, so we got a 3rd and 3 for the Green Bay Packers on what I'm looking at on the Redzone channel. All right, you got Jordan Love in the gun. Let's see what's going to happen here. Now, I apologize. I'm watching on the Redzone channel. So the play probably already happened. He going deep. He throws the ball. It's caught. And it's caught by Jordan Reed, who has been dominating this entire game. I mean, unbelievable, man. This kid has come on, man. I mean, he started off as just maybe the 3rd guy on a depth chart for being a wide receiver. And just like Matt LaFleur just realized, man, we got something special here. And now he's starting to utilize him in so many different ways. All right, so you got the Arizona Cardinals not beating the Seattle Seahawks 20-13. Eberflus, he's out there trying to get his team his victory. You got to get a stop. I mean, that 3rd and 3 was huge. Now the clock continues to run, and the clock is no longer on your side. You're going to have to find yourself calling timeouts. So here we go. I'm pretty sure they're about to hand this ball off. They hand the ball off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones breaks the tackle, gets down to about the 38-yard line. So he got about 8 yards on the plate. That's going to set up a 2nd down and very, very manageable. So now you're going to have to start calling your timeouts now. So, the question everybody was talking about was Derrick Henry. Will this be his last season? The Bucs winning the division for the 3rd straight year with Baker Mayfield as their quarterback. Saints ground the Falcons. They need Green Bay and Seattle to lose. Won't look like that ain't about to happen. So, look like they just put forth their best offensive performance for absolutely nothing. All right, so 2nd and 2. All right, here he goes. The handoff to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones fights for extra yards and he gets the first down. So right about now, you're gonna have to start using your timeouts. You have to start using your timeouts now. So they're gonna have to start using them timeouts in order to try to stop the clock, try to get the ball back. So Green Bay are 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from making the postseason and crushing the dreams of some of you Saints fans. Some of y'all like, man, we don't care. But but it's going they're going to completely eliminate the New Orleans Saints from playoff contention. So let's see if the Chicago Bears can get a stop. And I'm pretty sure they're going to run the football. So you're going to have to be prepared for it. You have to be prepared to try to stop the run. Can the Chicago Bears get the stops that they need? Can they get the stops that they need in order to get the ball back into the hands of Justin Fields for the theatrics? Here we go. Handoff. No, it's a play action. Throws the ball, and they give it to Aaron Jones, and he's tackled, but he gets a few yards. All right, so the clock continues to tick. They stop the clock. They use their second timeout. It's 2nd and 6. You got to any plays that don't result in the clock continuing to move afterwards, you don't want to throw those out your playbook. So you want to run the football right here. And if you don't run the football, you want to kind of have like a little quick toss or a screen play in order for the clock to continue to move. But you got to believe that they're going to run the football on the 2nd and 6. All right, here we go. On the 2nd and 6, 3 minutes, 8 seconds left. You got to believe they're going to run the football. You got to believe that this is going to be a run play on the 2nd and 6. And here's the handoff to Aaron Jones. He gets stonewalled in the backfield. And now you want to call a timeout. You want to call your last timeout. Or they're going to let the clock run. So they're going to hold on to that final timeout on the 3rd and 8. It's decision time for Matt LaFleur. Do you want to use that final timeout? You want to use one of your timeouts. Doesn't look like it. All right, so this is a game right here. They get a first down. This game is pretty much over on the 3rd and 8. Are they going to try to run the football? And no, they're going to call the timeout before the clock expires, and they're going to talk about it. I'm up here talking. I'm just steady talking. Let's see. Welcome to the offseason, Who Dat Nation. All right, here we go. Jordan Love scramble, throws the ball. And that is pretty much it. And welcome to the offseason, Saint fans. That is it. That is all she wrote. That is a wrap. And that is the end of the New Orleans Saints season right there. A pass from Jordan Love to Kraft for a first down on a 3rd and 8. That pretty much all she wrote. Good night, Irene. So all they got to do now is run the timeout. All they have is the 2-minute warning. All they got is the 2-minute warning to stop them, and they can take some knees, and that's pretty much it. That's the wrap, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the New Orleans Saints season. Well, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion now. because they clinched the wild card with the win. They'll give them the 7th seed, and New Orleans Saints will be eliminated from playoff contention. Here's the handoff to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones gets stopped. That'll bring them down to the 2-minute warning, and it's going to set up second down. And you basically, all you got to do is just take a couple knees, and that's going to be about it. And that is the end to a very disappointing season for a team that supposedly had the right people in the room, in the locker room, had the right people in the building, falling short yet again for the second year in a row. Third straight season, the Saints will not make the postseason. And here we are, man. Here we are. Just absolute joke at the end of the day. Have no one to blame but themselves. Had opportunity to win this division. Had opportunity to be a double-digit win team. Had opportunity to, be one of the best in the league. All for nothing. So I guess we just going to be talking about what's going to happen with the Saints, in the all season. What moves are they going to make in order to help this team get better? We know that they're going to more than likely keep Dennis Allen. We know more than likely, they're going to keep the same type of players doing the same old song and dance. So, man, what a disappointing season this has been. What a disappointing season this has been. This is, man, what a disappointing season. That's all you can say at the end of the day. Had a chance, had a shot, and blew it. But I guess we had that 48-point victory over the Atlanta Falcons to help us get through the all season. Okay. Let's see. Laddie gone, AK gone, Mike T gone. Y'all got Carr, no hope. Not a fan next year, TJ. Just can't do it. Peace, TJ. Oh man. So we got some people jumping off the ship saying bye-bye. Let's see. So goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. Yeah, it's over. TJ, they still control their own destiny if they beat the Rams. This is a failure season, and now gotta watch a zesty coach, zesty coach again. Let's see. I wonder if DA is going to apologize to us for not making the playoffs. Of course not. Get your mind right. Let me see. Get your mind right before the draft, because we not drafting a quarterback. Yep. We already know that. That's all, folks. TJ, did you see the cursing out at midfield? Yeah, I saw that at the end. Repeat of the 2021 season. The Saints are done. Yeah, they pretty much done. As I'm still watching this Green Bay Packers game on the 2nd and 9, here's the handoff to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones breaks free. Not only does he break free, he gets the first down, and good night, farewell. That is a wrap. That is an absolute wrap. Unbelievable. Unbelievable the Saints are even in this position. Unbelievable that we have to rely, as fans, would have to rely on this team to, for another team to lose in order for them to get anything. Pathetic. All right, 9-8 first round exit. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, ain't nobody, let's see. All these fans from other teams, NFC South, getting mad at the same game today. Yeah, I think this is probably something that I wrote at the beginning of the season. Like people getting upset and talking about like what I said about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I wasn't the only person. And I was reading a tweet that I had on Twitter. I mean, people like make it seem like, oh, it's funny, oh, it's a joke. Like they still ain't gonna win nothing. Who they play next week? Who they gonna play the Eagles? Maybe the Eagles. Like, and they not beating the Eagles. I know the Eagles look like trash, but they ain't beating no Eagles. They barely beat the Carolina Panthers today. Like they struggled against the Carolina Panthers, and now they're gonna sit up here and like grandstand over the having the same identical record as the Saints. the Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the same exact record. They had the same exact record. So you basically got a straw division. Like, let's pull the short, whoever pulled the shortest straw win the division. That's basically what it was. Got the same identical record. They both were 9-8. So there you go. I mean, you play an extra week, you play an extra game the following week, but you still about to get bounced out the playoffs. So it's inevitable. Let's see. Let them jump off. We don't need them. Fair weather fans, we'll ride this one out. Who that? Let's see. Now fire the whole staff. You ain't gonna fire that staff. They ain't gonna fire the staff. They not gonna fire the staff. But I wish I had something better to tell y'all, Who That Nation. I wish I can tell y'all that better days are ahead. I wish I could tell y'all that things are going to get better. I wish I could tell you all these things, but I cannot give you this level of confidence as long as this coaching staff is here. As long as this coaching staff is here, I have absolutely no idea. But this pretty much closed the chapter on the New Orleans Saints 2023 season, a season of disappointment. They finished with 9-8. I'm pretty sure they're a team of moral victories. Dennis Allen talking about he gonna have an adult beverage, at the end of the game. He happy. You know what I'm saying? He happy 9-8. He happy 9-8. He good at being close. That's what we are, the so close Saints. That's what they have become, the so close Saints. But we'll continue to talk about this team and the direction that they're going in and the decisions that they'll make. Keep it locked right here to the State of the Saints podcast as we transition to the off season, and we're still going to be here to talk a little bit about some of the things that are going on in the postseason. Thank y'all for being here. I ask that you hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Till next time, all I got to say is